controlling the camps away, or kind of like stay away from that, they can. And obviously creating new strategies with Ignite would surprise your opponent, right? They're not gonna know like how to deal with those as quickly as they would know.
5 seconds remaining.
Side they're opening, I mean, that Undying's been banned out, the Lena's been banned out. Those have been probably the two hottest first picks behind the Omni Knight in this tournament so far. So we'll see what direction Alliance. Something like the PA obviously is very likely, but then Alliance don't tend to. Either they take Nico Baby's hero really early, or they'll take it for. That does seem to be.
Virtus.Pro's.
They must have known though, like this was an opening that Virtus.Pro would do, right? With fans, because they've gone really deep into their reserve time. Alliance. Normally we don't see teams that, because normally the night before you would sit with your team, you know, and like talk about the possible drafts, you know, what could be banned, what we want to draft, and such things. But I think they really got caught off guard for a little bit. They went with a clock pick and VP instantly go with Sven. I fully expect a Phantom Assassin pickup from Alliance right now, because if they don't, I think they're gonna be playing with a subpar carry for Nico Baby against the Sven Omni Knight. And VP, they're so happy. They got their bread and butter, man. They got the Omni Sven. Like PA, they draft PA when Sven is gone, and now they have the option to get the Omni and the Sven. They don't even need to think about the Phantom. Play their game. They're gonna get their timings faster than the PA could. They're already looking. Alliance 50 seconds are death profit possibly, or yep. They go with the DP. They don't go with the PA. I was thinking like it's either PA or DP here, but just same thing like Nigma did, right? You want that siphon, you want that ulti to battle up into the right? Ben is a very good hero.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I like it quite a lot, and I like the idea that you can kind of counter Sven's ultimate with your own ultimate. The nice thing about DP is that usually when you pop your ultimate, if they've got a Sven, they're forced to commit because they've used God Strength. But sometimes you're in danger of popping the Exorcism and the enemy team just disengages. You don't get that option with Sven because of how God Strength works. Once you popped it, you need to make the fight happen. You need to go in. You need to start fighting. And sometimes it's not always possible.
Sven most of the time ends up like 3-shotting a death profit. He has a pretty decent game. So it could easily backfire, right? So you have to also, you have to like, what Alliance need right now is they need a lot of pick off. They need ways to kill this Omni. They need ways to kill everybody else around, and then death profit with the Exo can be chasing the Sven. Sven can't really man up into like 3 or 4 heroes when he's being out. So I want to see Alliance have these heroes that can around the fights very.
Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Ench Oracle bans. Yeah. Save the purges. Banning PA. Very interesting. Interesting, cause go baby PA. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
That hero.
Scary. Very, very scary. If Virtus.Pro aren't banning this PA, then they clearly have a very idea on what they're gonna do. A very good idea on what they want to do.
Yeah. They got that Sven. They're looking for on VP. Probably like an Invoker. Oh, Invoker got good bans from Alliance. Invoker and these heroes provide a lot of team fighting, and Heavenly Grace is one good buff, but
Alliance's turn to ban.
Timber, ooh, that's a good ban against us. Like that. VP really dislike it, Pen. It's like one of the heroes they hate playing. I think it has to do with Epileptic Kid. Epileptic Kid's heroes are
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. They
also
Enchantress. I think they were one of the first
they
teams
do
to start playing in Epic.
Yeah, that's true. They like Ench was starting to die out, and then they just brought out Ench with like 4 other big team fighting heroes and constantly ran the Enches to the enemy carries jungles and like pretty much annoyed the hell out of them, right?
Yeah.
And because they know how good Ench is, they constantly ban it as well because they know what the enemy can do. Want that, like, because they got their playstyle down. I think BP at the end of the day was the #1 team. Figured out this patch at the end. Like Secret obviously won for many tournaments, but near the end, like Secret kind of stopped picking like these stuff where BP like only played the meta drafts till the very end, and they won the last.
They definitely have a alliance. I mean, I imagine S4 relishes this opportunity though. Like this is a guy who loves drafting against other fantastic.
He's a 5-head. That's what S4 is. He's like the real fight. There are some players, you know, like let's say you play chess, you're gonna do the very moves and just not make any mistake. But S4 will try to find that creative edge. He's gonna like okay, Keeper of the Light. That's another hero that we saw that was really good against Omni Knight, right? That status assist not affected by the ulti of the Keeper. So they're really picking up a lot of things that Heavenly Grace is not going to have very good impact against. That's their plan right now in Alliance. DP and the Keeper.
5 seconds
and it's pretty nice to hold down VP's heroes too when that Exo comes. It's good. I like this Keeper.
Maybe
Gonna...
the genius players are picking Coddle because they think it's going to get buffed. And then halfway through the game, Coddle's just suddenly feel really strong and Sven's going to get nerfed and he's going to feel awful. Imagine if that's how it works. That'd be great. So suddenly one of your spells changed, like, what? Oh, patch dude, didn't you hear? Oh, shit. Kind of wish
I saw so many people in Twitch chat writing the patch is out, trying to debate everyone.
Yeah, I did that.
And like I'm pretty sure there's somebody who's like opening up their Dota 2 checking if it's updating or something.
Yeah. That one really naive person which falls for it every time. Like, you keep telling me, but I can't see it. I mean, they wouldn't lie to me over Twitch chat, would they? Anyway, we've got a Phoenix picked up from Virtus.Pro, so this is kind of their answer to the Coddle, it feels like. Or maybe it's also nice versus Clockwork as well. You know, whoever he jumps on, you can just throw in the Sun Ray, and all of a sudden that Clockwork kind of traps himself in his own oven, and you're healing up his target.
Remaining.
You know, it'd be pretty nice against Phoenix because you can mana leak, right?
Yeah.
Leak now for the Keeper is a bit different because that's also your mana that you're taking away. Rather give yourself. Probably won't be seeing that a lot being. Phoenix pretty good in the lane against Keeper. That's the one weakness of Keeper though. Not a good.
Remaining.
They got a PA. They get a 4th pick PA on Alliance, like insane. VP are so confident that they're just gonna own this Phantom Assassin. They really like know what matchups and what things can beat their strats, and watching this makes me believe that VP, they don't care if Nico Baby has their heroes are countering the PA. That's how they feel, because they're allowing this hero to go this far.
Yeah.
Instead of it.
To be honest, straight off the bat, how do you think this lane looks? Because it doesn't feel great to me, does it? PA with Coddle versus Phoenix Mars? That sounds painful.
10 seconds remaining.
It really doesn't look. I think Keeper of the Light is a pretty cool hero when he's played with like. Because those heroes don't mind you blasting their lane, right? Some position 3s like it when you shove their lane into your opponent, so the enemy is being pressured, you can get all the creeps and you can. But when you play Keeper of Light in the safe lane, it's a lot more awkward. Because if you shove the lane, if you shove your carry's lane, he doesn't get that bonus anymore. And the Keeper's small camp pull normally is not. I want to see if Alliance are going to change something up. Get the Keeper to go in the off lane and have the Clockwork be the safe lane support.
Possibility of them kind of changing things up a little bit, but yeah, no.
5 seconds remaining.
A little bit of flex.
Turn to ban.
Virtus.Pro, their draft is.
Now, Mike's with the DK and the DP. BP gonna have to pick.
10
next.
seconds remaining.
I'm expecting. Kunkka is not that good for
5 seconds
GPK to
remaining.
pick this game. There's a Death Prophet. Death Prophet is really good.
Maybe. What else of Virtus.Pro? I mean, all right, really popular mid laners. I mean, we've seen Zeus like 9 out of 10 games. Zeus has always got to be considered. That said, doesn't really look like a fantastic Zeus game for either team, so probably not going to expect that one. I reckon it's probably Alliance are going to grab.
Alliances turn to
I
ban.
think VP, they're pretty good with like a Void Spirit this game. It's a very good hero here. Snapfire. That's not banned out. I would love me some.
Yeah, for Virtus.Pro as well. I'm sure if they don't take it, then Alliance.
10 seconds remaining.
Alliance is gonna be. Gonna just look.
5 seconds remaining.
Gonna be a lot of options.
Pros turn alliances.
They ban out the
Snap
Void.
Void or Ember. All right. Banned and.
Wow.
What?
Ooh. We have not seen this hero in a very long time. Let me take a look at when GPK last played Queen of Pain.
Certainly.
He has not played. He has not played co-op
10
for this team.
seconds remaining.
In Virtus.Pro.
Yes. He has not played
5
co-op.
seconds remaining.
The last month he has not played.
Okay, so weird
This is his
moment.
first game.
I'm fairly sure he played it in ESL 1 Birmingham when he was playing for Gambit. I certainly remember him playing
probably.
quite a lot back then, but yeah, a long time ago. And now the puck, the classic puck quap matchup between GPK and Limp. That's going to be an interesting.
Good lockdown.
Yeah, very good hero against the Queen of Pain, I would say. You've got the leash, you've got the ability to dodge dagger. It's just generally a pretty good match board, really.
They're waiting to pick who will go mid. It's good because, you know, you got that phase shift to dodge the Queen of Shadow Strike. Is still a very skill intensive match. Quap can still do very well. A lot of bursts from the Queen. What's happening? Now they got the Death Prophet and the Clock versus
10 seconds remaining.
very good lane for a
5
All right.
seconds remaining.
range hero.
So, where do you stand on these drafts? Who do you think has the advantage and who do you favor?
Both good. He have more solid, firm draft. Keeper of the Light, I saw have a lot of impact yesterday. Still a bit shaky on the hero. Just very slight edge. Alliance, they need to do some cool stuff. Really bust out everything they have to get the early advantage. VP from there. Puck can't afford to lose mid. S4, he needs to take that early game range hero versus the 2 melee dudes. Really try to punish up. Maybe take that tier 1 tower. Plenty of space. Nico Baby is not. There's actually no ball.
That is my
Virtus.Pro.
concern. Just like Sven with Heavenly Grace, and Heavenly Grace is one of the best buffs you can have on a Sven. Meanwhile, Nico Baby has nothing. I mean, I'm sure S4 will get a Solar Crest, but you know that's probably going to be it. I'm sure someone will buy a Solar Crest, but Sven as well. So in the head-to-head matchup, I think Nico Baby is going to feel a little bit weaker. It all depends on how these lanes go and how the early mid goes. It's going to be a huge indicator on how this game is going to play out. So let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 elimination series here in the OGA Dotapit. It is Virtus.Pro versus Alliance battling out against elimination. The loser of this series is done in this tournament. Their chances are gone to be them.
The winner will play against not Team Liquid, see Team Nigma. I
Wow,
still,
that was,
even it's been
yeah.
over a year, and I still imagine them as Liquid. You know, Team Nigma. Team Liquid did not play in this event.
No, they did not. Enigma did try on the exchanges. So down at bottom, you got S4 and Handskin hanging out, just kind of looking around. Ilias and Epileptic Kid, they are also vision,
30 seconds.
setting eyes on each other and seeing if anyone steal a rune from one another. Top lane is going to be the Phoenix and Mars, that old classic combo. Very, very strong though. It's classic for a reason because it just works. It just works. The arena with the supernova later on, and in the lane it's just kind of a lot of harassment. The Mars really appreciates heroes which can help him feel tankier, and the Phoenix does exactly that.
The battle begins.
My focus still is probably on the Keeper of the Light. I think potential on him. If he ever gets God's Rebuke, like if he gets close enough for Mars to cast that spell, he's just right. This hero only has 500 HP.
Yeah.
The worst starting HP pools in the game. And mid lane, Puck versus a pain matchup. This so nice to watch.
Yeah, Puck
And look at
generally
GPK.
has the advantage in this lane, but oftentimes we'll see people just not leveling the dagger. As we see here, Screaming Pain is going to be starting point. So, mid lane pretty sleepy, and of course bottom lane we've got the Sven and the Omni Knight laning up into S4 and Hanskin. Hanskin of course on the clockwork, and S4 on the DP, just going to be sucking away with the Spirit Siphons. Two melee strength heroes makes this DP feel very strong down here at bottom, so I imagine Alliance are going to do pretty well on this bottom.
Exactly, and Hanskin already pulling the creep wave as we see
Radiant's
every
turret
single
has
game.
been killed.
The position or hero, bring that in front of Death Prophet's tower. And S4, like they don't really have any kill potential. S4 really has to mess up, actually, but can just constantly right click this off.
And I was doing a local UK event about a month ago, and one thing we noticed in that tournament was none of the position 4s were really pulling the creep waves for their offlaners, and they'd be in these like unfavorable matchups, or sometimes favorable matchups, but still losing because they just had creep control the entire time. And eventually somebody decided to start doing it, and then they're like, oh, and then everyone starts doing it the whole tournament, and everyone's pulling the creep waves fast. They realize it. Pretty damn good. Not something you want to miss out on. Hanskin doing a good job disrupting this Sven, who's trying to farm peacefully between his two towers. Just laying into Ilias a bit here as well down at bottom, as these Radiant heroes are getting a little bit battered by Alliance. Plenty of regen though.
They go for a Bassi level. The extra mana regen for this. It's gonna be a little bit slower. That's okay. They're just looking at XP in this bot lane for eventually Sven is just get out here and just go start jungle.
Creeps.
Stuff for him. Even so far, wave is in front of Nico Baby's tower, so happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. And we see, FNG immediately going to utilize the fact that Nico Baby's just farming under his tower. This frees him up to go and do other stuff. He can make stacks. He can be more efficient in the lane. He's going to make the double stack here. Like, this is why you want to have lane control when you're playing in the safe. Stops your support having to babysit you, allows you to get solo XP because there's just no threat if you die.
Nice stacks already from F. They're also planning an early ward and a sentry there. So if VP ever decide to go there, plant a vision, it's going to get away.
Oh, yes. S4 taking a bit of damage in response, but Hanskin just coming in, gets them both inside the cogs, and SL is going to be able to stick a straw into the both of them with the Spirit Siphon and just start taking away their HP. Nice trading again from Alliance in this bottom lane as they continue to lay the pressure onto these Virtus.Pro heroes. Towards...
Gonna say, I wonder who's gonna be actually taking. Most likely gonna end up. Right now, he's got pretty much full resources. Quap still waiting for that bottle to come back. A bit low on health at the moment, and in 10 seconds, the rune is gonna spawn. This big rune right now.
Yep, let's see. Save's going to come in and just try and harass up Limp a little bit. Limp's going to throw in the orb, but it's the Invis rune picked up by Save. It's going to end up going in towards the Phoenix, so not filling up anybody's bottle, unfortunately for Limp and GPK. But First Blood happens down in the bottom lane as they run down S4. Ilias and Sven get some sweet revenge as Hanskin goes off to try and get the rune, leaves a DP alone, and unfortunately S4 just didn't respect the damage which Epileptic Kid and Ilias could really put out.
Yeah, he got that level 2 Stormhammer skilled up on the Sven. It must have really not expected that happen. I mean, S4 was pretty much the last person I expected to actually die first. GP making a good call there, while Hanskin did have to go help with the power rune.
Absolutely. You're taking advantage of the fact that Hanskin was elsewhere. So that's going to put things pretty favorably into Virtus.Pro's pockets in the bottom lane. They'll be definitely happy with that. A bit of comeback potential because they can start to turn these side lanes around. And able to secure the bounty rune at least. Yeah, it looks like it's Stevens on that rune.
Okay. Go.
Is he going to TP to the orb and try and steal the bounty? No, he's not. Probably because he knows GPK has.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have seen players just try and like invade sneakily, and if they ever think that, hey, you know, this guy's got an empty bottle, they're probably going to be trying to min-max this one out. They go and steal it, but not this time. Skin. Around onto a flat Dakota. They're just going to turn around and drop a bunch of spells onto Hanskin's face instead, so he's going to be forced to cogs defensively rather than wanting to cogs aggressively. And this is really nice, that the way they just see this clock and they just drop all their spells on him, it stops him being able to get anybody inside the cogs, which would allow S4 to get off the Spirit Siphon and the Crypt Swarm. So yeah, I quite like what Hanskin's doing in this bottom lane. Sorry, what VP are doing in this.
It's good. Again, a little bit hard to pressure up S4. They killed him one time, but now he's level 5 already. And he's got 15 denies on S4. That's a lot of denies. This lane. Not gonna be happy about that. Only level 4.5. He might just go into the jungle now. He's like, alright, this lane looks pretty bad for me. I know the lane's pushing it catapult, but when Alliance can dive me, Omni, you just take over this. If you die, you die, but at least you get a bunch of get Hanskin making the play. He knows what this tries to chase him out of the they just
nice
move
pressure
right back around.
Goes down in the middle lane, tries to make the deep dive. He had a DD rune and wanted to try and finish off GPK, but the rotation in from Save turns it in his favor, and they will get that kill onto the puck.
Wait, that's interesting. Where was his coil on Limp? He just didn't skill it up.
Nope, didn't want it.
He actually went for the level 2 silence instead of the coil. Maybe that's what he actually needed to be able to kill GPK.
And now GPK coming in towards the bottom lane, full HP, full mana, trying to jump onto S4. He has got that Sonic Wave if he wants to try and bring down S4. Needs a little bit more damage than he's got right now. Meanwhile, Hanskin, he's just going to run away on the side, and it looks like they won't be able to actually turn this into a kill, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Hanskin comes back in. He goes for the TP out. That's not going to happen, Sunshine. Good night. GPK will close the gates with a Sonic Wave.
Coil, but
yeah, another awkward one.
He has the raindrop on the Phoenix, so he's actually very tanky. Look at this, yo, 940 HP. Not a squishy boy, that's for sure.
He's not, and that's really not how you want to be spending your first few minutes as level 6 on puck. You know, you want to be making these plays happen. You want to be trying to bring down these heroes, as Coddle's going to help him farm up these big stacks here. Even make another one in the process. Loving the efficiency.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Very good XP and gold. Nika Baby getting pressured up top by himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
DM just doing his
on
thing.
the way here too. DM's got his ulti. Where would you rate DM as an off?
Radiant are scanning.
Honestly, I think he's the best offlaner, we've seen come into the scene in the past. I think he is very, very good. Yeah, I remember seeing him play mid for a team called Aachen City Esports Club, which was him, Funnick, and I think some German players.
Yeah.
And he was kicking ass back then, and he was playing mid, and he was playing like Sanking and stuff, and Charlie was goofing around, but you know, you could just see the mechanical skill of this guy was actually insane. And not just that, but he always plays for his team. Like he always plays for his team. Like he's never greedy. He can be greedy if he thinks that's what's going to be best to secure the game, but yeah, he's just a guy that wins games, and that's what you want in an offlaner. Yeah, I think DM's a really incredible talent.
He is. I always see him just having a game, no matter what hero he plays. And that's very impressive.
Yep. And there's
Very
a few
nice
heroes
dude,
he's
too.
outstanding on as well. Is he?
I heard him do the inter
Oh, yeah. Hella
open.
chill. Yeah, I mean, he's got a few heroes as well, which he can just kind of play to a much higher degree. As he does so on the Mars here, brings down FNG, catches him out, just uses mobility to get on top of him and get that kill. Mars is one of them. I think Sand King and Axe are definitely two heroes he really stands out on as
Magnus?
well. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, they're looking onto the Phoenix save, corner in the tree line. They're going to be able to bring him down, but in comes DM, looking for a bit of a retribution play. Turns in with a gold review, but unfortunately he's losing his
Wow,
health. But in
damage.
comes the Sonic Wave,
S4 though.
taking down Samskin, but S4 still perfectly healthy. Now, well, maybe not for long. GPK and Ilias trying to chase him down, but they don't want to stay too close because his excellence just constantly ticking through. It looked pretty from Virtus.Pro, but in the end, wasn't really that good.
Dude, that level 4 Spirit Siphon. Look at S4's build. He does not have that maxed out Quick Storm. It just healed him for so much. Mars has 1400 HP. Phoenix also has a lot of health. In with that Heavenly Grace is actually feeding back a lot of HP to S4 too. So it looked like he might die, but that level 4 Siphon build is just spot on from S4.
Yeah, he did
So much presence.
2,500 damage in his early game fight. Very impressive.
Good use of the first Exo, just forcing people
Dire's top tower
getting a
is
kill
under
onto the
attack.
Mars, otherwise unkilled top lane.
Look at old Caster's Curse as well for DM there. You know, we spend a bunch of time bigging him up and then makes a play which is a little bit not
Middle,
quite
limp. And, oh, he got the tower.
The tower, and he will
He
do.
did
It's
it.
beautifully done with the orb. The jaunt back after getting the last hit onto the tower. Very nicely done from the
Radiant's
puck.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
That plays the
top
kid also
tower
going to take
has
top
fallen.
tower, but this mid tower dying, that's a pretty big deal. Alliance going to be able to protect their jungle much easier now too. VP don't really have that instant mid defend the mid lane.
Radiant's bottom
Limp
tower
trying to play around here with DM, but might have taken
the
a step
arena.
too far. He turns around, drops down. The Dream Calls try and interrupt DM. Nice dodge on the spear. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive, though. They will be able to drop the puck. And VP going to be happy about that one as they dive in into the enemy jungle and even start to close out the map a little bit. But thankfully, Nico Baby's farming on the other side of the map. He is predicting the movements of Virtus.Pro and playing where they don't want him to be, which is in their safe lane.
Gonna wait for that Echo Saber
Radiant's bottom tower
play
is
with
under attack.
the Omni Knight. It look. I think the Echo Saber is the timing when VP want to take the mid. GPK also making his way towards the north. Gonna be having a pretty early Orchid in this same time.
Radiant
Limp,
are
understanding that, going for the Yule's first item too. Dagger. Blade.
Yeah, no E-Blades today. Thompson is playing Loop tomorrow, though. That's when we'll see how he played. Meanwhile, DM and Hanskin having a bit of a lover's quarrel here as the cogs come down. The hook shot as well, just trying to hold him in place for as long as possible. Villiers comes in, throws down the heels, keeps DM alive and ticking. And Alliance won't be able to get that kill. But
I like the pace Alliance is playing at right now. It's not like overly aggressive, it's not defensive. Whenever their skills are up, they'll try to go together, make something happen. And FNG has been making plenty of stacks in this game. Just help them keep up VP's farming. And PA is gonna have a pretty quick Battle Fury. We're looking at what, 15 minutes here?
yeah,
And if
not
Nico
bad
Baby
at all.
doesn't die, that's like a 20-minute Desolator as well. Really good for him.
Yep, unfortunately Sven with the inbuilt Battle Fury is already farming pretty damn quickly across the map on his way towards that Echo Saber and top of net worth currently, but once Nico Baby has that Battle Fury, we'll farm at a faster rate. Are you okay with the way
smoke.
Virtus.Pro's played into this PA so far? Oh, yep, hold the phone. We'll
This
revisit
smoke
that
could be
later.
pretty big.
Yeah, this is huge. Hook
There's a
shot
big
in
smoke
onto
here.
the Sven. Ilias is here to try and heal him up though. In he goes, but the ultimate pop from FNG trying to stun as much as possible. Gold strength actually being popped up, letting him try and take this fight. Heal comes in. He gets a kill. DA as well. They keep him alive. S4 comes through, needs to finish the job, but can he do so? They will get at least one, but they've given so much for this at this point. Omni Knight kind of get himself away. S4's being beleaguered. They take down FNG in the back, and now the core come through trying to buy some space, but it's not going to be enough to keep S4 alive. Limp just going to run himself back. Meanwhile, ping's coming out for Nico Baby. He's just farming nearby, looking to maybe get involved if it looked good. It didn't, so he didn't. They stay back, and they're just going to hit that reset button. Although saying that, Nico Baby coming pretty far forward. GPK showing off this Orchid, and also getting the Arcane Rune there as well. well. So Duplicate gonna be happy with that one. But yeah, I mean, the Sven staying alive for such a long time. They do get the kill in the end though. So in some ways, it's worth it for Alliance, but they did lose a lot of heroes in the process.
They lost a lot of heroes, and the DP means then gonna finish his Echo Saber in 300 gold, and they're just gonna run straight out to the mid. If that heal did not come out in the end there, that could have been really bad for VP. Would have still been alive, and they would have just tried to go on to the Phoenix together, and at least maybe if they do lose some heroes on Alliance, S4 could have lived. Because S4 died as well, that's why it looked kind of bad. That being said, Nico Baby, he was free farming the whole time. And Sven was dead, so he's very happy. He's got that 15-minute battle fury. He's going for a BKB instead of the Desolator. Understanding that Mars, Sven, Orchid, like these are problematic.
And now they go forward onto the Clockwork. That is a dead little robot. Good night, Hanskin. In the top lane, Virtus.Pro really starting to get this ball rolling, finding their pressure. This is that high momentum Dota, which you have to fear if you are playing into this squad. You have to be ready. You have to have the counter plays ready. And, well, this is one of them as they drop GPK in the middle lane. Very nicely done onto the Quap by Limp and S4. And meanwhile, Nico Baby's just farming up this bottom side of the map again and again and again. No one is coming to interrupt him. Virtus.Pro, they really just want to find kills elsewhere on the map and try and pressure the objectives rather than chasing Nico Baby around the map.
Not really been able to find big Orchid play like to.
Top tower is under attack.
I think this Orchid would have been nice, like bulking, finding Baby or something. Been kind of delaying things on the side of VP while Sven waiting to finish. He has it now, but Pop is dead. Exo is going to be back up now. Level 12, by the way, on he's almost level 13. Jeez, he's having a great game. Kind of expected it, right? Laning into Sven and this great of a game, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he did have that one early on death, but definitely made up for it. You know, the Spirit Siphon's such a good ability in this game, staying alive through some clutch engagements as well and making some plays with Limp. These two have been doing such a good job of opening the map up for the Phantom Assassin, but now VP are forcing a team fight. They indeed have the Echo Saber and the Mask of Madness coming through onto the middle tier 1 tower. Limp is here though with the Invis, gets his choices set up. You're going to lock down the two cores, but in comes a Supernova right on the heads with the Arena. Yules comes down, they're going to be in some trouble. S4 just trying to hold his ground, get as many Spirit Siphons off as he can. He's doing exactly that. GA comes through as a hookshot comes down the backlines and trying to bring down the Queen of Pain. Can they do so? No, she blinks herself away. Meanwhile, the Mask in the middle, beleaguered somewhat as they drop down the Sonic Wave. Still not doing enough to bring down these heroes, and they manage to isolate an Athletic Kid as he's trying to run himself away. Not going to happen. Cut down by Nico Baby. A great fight for Alliance. Really beautifully played as they force out the spells from VP, but are able to dodge it. First the puck with the Yules, dodging the Supernova explosion, and the DP just connecting with all of these Spirit Siphons to keep herself alive. And in the end, you know, it's not an explosive fight. Only one kill in the end as the Sven drops, but still very, very important kill.
All the ultis were expended in that engagement, and that was an amazing Will-O-Wisp. That just landed on all of VP's heroes. They didn't want to kill it. They tried to get out of it, but that created a very awkward situation where they didn't have that positioning any longer. VP, you know, like clockwork, they get their items, they go straight down mid lane to that tower. 5 heroes and Alliance, I think they did their homework. They knew that was going to happen, and they prepared for it.
They did indeed, but wow, Virtus.Pro, they're meeting the match here, you know. I came into this series thinking that, you know, it has the possibility to be a bit of a stomp for Virtus.Pro, considering the form they've been on recently, but Alliance have given their all, at least so far in this match, and Nico Baby is really starting to pull ahead now.
Yeah, he's just a recipe away from that BKB. That fight, even though they only lost the Sven, it's enormous because they made their first 5-man move and it failed. Because normally when BP does that move, they're actually destroying the game after. Because they will take the tower, if the enemy fights them, they get like 2 or 3 kills, and then they just completely take over the triangle area and everything. So VP, this is the second attempt now.
Yeah, they're trying for it again. They know their cooldowns are slightly shorter than that.
No Exo yet.
Is with Exo in 20 seconds. They're just going to try and bully them off the tower. Oh, Coil actually misses. Nearly catches out save, but not quite connecting. And now I think Alliance just need to leave. But unfortunately, FNG looking like it's going to get left behind. The old man and his horse put to death as the tower shall shortly follow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
And they do get that tower, but they did manage to hold off for about 2 minutes on the side of Alliance. That did help PA finish up her BKB now. Battlefield BKB. Defend Roshan now. And also have this PA involved in the engagements.
They're ready to go. They've got this BKB coming out on the courier now for the Phantom Assassin. Oh, and a nice little neutral item as well to give us some lifesteal, which it didn't previously have. Thank you very much, Vampire Fangs. PA loves that item. They are feeling fighting fit. Shame about that coil in the last fight. Limb tried to grab it on the Phoenix just as Save Icarus dived away. Didn't quite land it in time. And therefore the coil gets wasted and there's no more defense possible. They were already lacking the exorcism, so they needed a nice coil to get themselves a kill. Nevertheless, Alliance still in a good place.
It'd been nice if that coil did land on the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Or it's not a
Radiant's top
or
tower
probably.
is under attack.
At the very
Radiant
least.
structures are
But now they
fortified.
really start to take over the map. They go into the enemy triangle, pushing down the tier 1 tower. The last one left alive, the side of Virtus.Pro, is going to probably be taken by Alliance. The counter aggression comes out from DP though. DM Epileptic
top
Kid
tower has
pushing
fallen.
down the same mirroring tier
Dire's
1.
bottom tower
Anskin's already in the
is under
neighborhood though.
attack.
He might be thinking of popping something here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Catch them on the way out. VP just quick and back together as a team. Here it would be very awkward. Did you see FNG though? VP, they're like, that's the one we want.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Silence on the map as the killing has kind of stopped and both teams are trying to work around each other. No one wants to be the one to make that big misstep. He is farming at the same as is the Sven. He's going to have his own BKB finish now. I kind of feel like Alliance should have tried to take that fight whilst the Sven was BKB-less and the PA had hers. Could have been a big advantage, but they didn't find anything. So they continue to... Still a bit of a gold advantage for Alliance. Do you feel like they're in a good position right now?
Alliance, yes. VP, I think they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable. I'm not sure if they faced this much of a resistance to play with Sven, but they do have the BKB now, so this is another timing.
Anskin's going to interrupt though. He's going to pop the cogs. This is a slightly awkward engagement from VP as they can't get off that arena straight away. Hanskin might just be sacrificed. Alliance, what do they want to do here? Throw him with a blinding light. Arena comes down. They're throwing so much onto this clockwork and they will
S4
get
here too.
Hanskin. Meanwhile, S4 jumps in with a BKB, popping those Spirit Cyclones and Supernova's going to go uncontested. GA's going to come down, but that Ignis Sparta's holding back along with the coil, stopping VP from coming forward, but now they get on top of the Connor. Connor gets torn ahead. Now S4 on the run, getting run down with the silence. No survival for her. Reads that Alliance. They are going to lose this one. And Nico Baby's actually in this engagement. Uh-oh. Can blink across the limp in just a second. Should be okay. But still a really bad fight from Alliance there. They kind of weren't quite sure if they wanted to really make it happen. Taking the 4-on-2, which eventually turned into a 5-on-5. But again, just not quite going their way in the end. What was the downfall of Alliance in that one?
I think they just hesitated. They saw that Arena was dropped, Sven popped his spells, and they just wanted to sacrifice Clockwork. But S4 had another idea. He felt like he was really strong with his Exo and the BKB. So all of a sudden, Alliance is like, wait, are we backing? Are we fighting? And then S4 goes in. They have to follow up. They have to help him out. He's a big boy in this game and ended up being not the right call, fighting into a Supernova. Alliance were already thinking about getting out of there. If they just gave away the Clockwork and got out, I think Alliance would have had a chance to take Roshan right after that when the Clockwork was alive. And take a better fight against VP. But I think this is the way VP plays, you know, they get their timings, they force something, and it makes you think, do we fight? Do we not fight? You know, and they just take advantage of those errors coming out from the enemy team. And now they're starting to build up some momentum. Alliance is a little bit up on gold, but Epileptic Kid, he's feeling really good now. Going for a Hyperstone. Is that an AC? Get some armor against this assassin, possibly?
definitely. Yeah, armor into the Phantom Assassin and into the DP as well. Really important in this game, I think. Pick that pick up a lot, and they're immediately going to get the silence onto the puck. No follow-up, though. They're not really committing very hard to this one. They don't really want to fight up into the high ground when they don't have that vision already down, so they are going to respect Alliance.
At least Alliance is very fortunate that this Roshan was not taken by BP already, so they got that opportunity to fight over there. Desolator on PA now.
Going down, they get the ward on the high ground, which means they can follow through the Torino. Where did they go? Alliance heroes just get swept off the map. This is a terrible engagement for Alliance as Virtus.Pro take down 4 instantaneously. Oh no, the hook shot missing, cutting through everybody, and then just setting themselves up for the easiest arena into Sven Cleave, into Supernova. They really had nothing to do with that Alliance, and they really tried to push hard to make that fight work, but unfortunately it was doomed from the start, and now Roshan is going to be their reward.
That was double stun too, right? It, like, can't afford to get disabled like that because you're just going to get chain stunned. So got to get that EXO and the BKB off. On top of that, when Nico Baby, he blinked onto the Omni Knight, tried to kill the egg with that attack seed, but he didn't click BKB, so he got instantly Yuled. Got stunned as soon as he came back down. Maybe if he killed the egg there, he could have got away, but also dying too. The Roshan on BP. The game suddenly looks so incredibly hard for Alliance now.
Symphony of subpar BKB usages from Alliance really cost them heavily in their second big team fight of the game. Losing 2 back-to-back, it makes this game incredibly difficult for them to come back into it. They do have Nico Baby PA, which is always something you got to consider, but now the hookshot landing onto the Phoenix. They just want to get this easy kill, and maybe chain it into something else in the Sven. Well, I mean, this guy has an Aegis. Probably not the guy you want to be committing to right now. They realize that. They'll just blast him off with some cogs and move on.
Dire's middle tower.
VP is also not interested in fighting right now. They got 10 seconds left on the Gosh round. You know this team, they're always going to wait for their cooldowns before they take these engagements. But now that it's up and he's like 100 gold from playmill, they might just finish that and start running at Alliance once again.
And these Supernovas have been completely unstoppable inside these team fights as well. With the arena and with the Sven, and it's just too much damage, too much control, and too much kind of AoE to just run in and attack the egg together. Like, you will just get comboed up and die on all your heroes if you try and do that. So the Supernovas really are free.
Not only that, Phantom Assassin is not very happy hit either.
No.
They don't have the option to even us. Save decides to just go in, Rambo stop dying.
Yeah, and that's not gonna happen.
As we say that, no man.
Him.
Yeah.
This has been happening a lot recently. Yeah. That Epileptic Kid running onto the high ground once again, looking for a target. Sees Limp. Limp blinks away. Nico Baby as well, just use the blade. He has been pinged out by Save though, saying, "Look, PA is nearby. It's 13 seconds. There's no creep camp there." But fortunately, the investigations can only carry them so far. S4 actually initiating onto Epileptic Kid here. Now, this is the guy with an Aegis and a BKB. Meanwhile, they're going to drop the backlines with the puck. Puck, though, immediately going to get speared up to a tree. Sonic Wave going to cut through as well. Limp almost losing his life. Throws down the heels, but now he really comes down. Hanskid probably going to be the one to die here. The puck is able to get himself... Oh, no, he dies and then buys back to the tower. Immediate buyback. Now they go in with the Ignis Sputter, trying to block the Mars quickly as possible, but the save comes in once more from Ilias, just keeping his heroes alive, using all his heals onto the Mars, and now the PH is getting completely cut as the Supernova comes down as well. They're trying to reset on Alliance, get themselves back. 2 buybacks though. They need to make this fight happen, but they can't find the pickoff. They don't have the hook shots, they don't have the cat, they don't have a coil either. They jump in though with the silent Sven, trying to take those front lines, using his Aegis to buy a team some space, but Nico Baby just jumps straight past him. Pang takes down Ilias, and now just trying to fight into GPK. GPK, they're surprisingly tanky as they take down the Sven for the first time. He's going back to life. It's a buyback out from the Omni Knight as they back themselves away on Virtus.Pro. A really costly fight from Alliance, and it's really difficult to say they come out with the win there. Yes, they take down the Aegis. Yes, Nico Baby gets himself a kill or 2, but still, the buybacks from Alliance, it's just not enough for them.
They got 1 kill onto the Omni Knight, and maybe if they kill him again, that's when it's really worth it for Alliance. But yeah, Limp buying back there too. Not gonna feel too good about that. Hanskin, same thing. They just keep kiting so well, actually on both sides, honestly. they got away from that supernova, came back in, tried to make the best of the situation, but it just wasn't enough.
Now Hanskin getting bullied, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
He's not getting
Not
out of this
Hanskin.
one. The purification will finish the job.
Is under attack.
That's 70 seconds. He's gone for, and this is gonna be tier 2 tower dead. Most likely. Epileptic kid just tries to push all the way in.
Klopp, he had dreams of Ags, and I believe he had like 1,200-ish gold towards it earlier on. But a couple of bad
Still at the
fights.
same place.
And
He had to buy it back. Very unfortunate. Also, did you see how many gold heroes there were in the last fight? Everyone was just BKB'd.
Dire's
Oh, right.
BKB'd. They were all just BKB'd in one engagement. I'm like, wow, that looks really scary.
yeah, everyone's just dropping in with the BKBs, and anyone who's not BKB'd is going to get heavily graced up by Ilias. Like, these heroes just aren't falling. That is the problem. No one is dying.
It's the Will-O-Wisp. The Will-O-Wisp is like pretty much forcing all of VP's heroes to like pick the BKB right away too.
Dire's top tower has
The
fallen.
fights.
Core FNG's farming currently as well. He's just making some stacks in the jungle, farm them up with his Illuminate. Getting some money anyway, he knows how.
A prize.
I mean, he's got good items. Cape, mech. Pretty big position.
Dire's top
Of
tower
his
is
position.
under attack.
Pushing, buying some time for his allies.
I'm sure Coddle Lags is going to receive it. His current Coddle Lags is a little bit too.
Oh, it's like what? The worst axe, right?
Probably. Probably. Good. I would say Terrorblade's Ags is better than Coddle.
Oh, definitely. Terrorblade axe is a.
Hopefully we'll see something cool coming for Coddle. But not right now. Probably not going to be buying that. He's actually going for a Solar Crash. Just wants to buff up his PA a little bit further. Thought that would be the Nature's Prophet's, sorry, the Death Prophet's job. But she's instead going for the Shiva's Guard.
Dire's
I like that
middle
item in this
tower
game.
is under
Does seem
attack.
very strong. Still a way off though.
You need the armor. Playing as DP and playing as Mars. S4 was having a pretty good game, but just a couple of bad engagements have put him back.
Yeah.
Pain has overtaken Death Prophet by a lot now too. Pretty much an entire big item. PK going for MKB next. Wants to be a Phantom Assassin killer as well in this game.
Yeah, but Alliance are doing a really good job right now of just kind of pushing out the side lanes and being very annoying. What's wrong?
Check Epileptic Kid. I did not click him for a little bit, like 2 or 3 minutes I think, and look what he's got. MKB complete.
Dire's
Finished off that
bottom
AC a little
tower
while ago,
has
now
fallen.
whips out an MKB from nowhere. Yeah, he's just pulling items out of somewhere we don't really want to know about. It's terrifying. And now the PA is going
And
to have
this
to deal
is
with that.
Exactly. He's gonna be extremely. She was already scared to jump into the fights, even though she had a BKB, right? She couldn't find the angles to be able to blink in, and now there's an MKB on the Sven. Not only that, these supports from Virtus.Pro are very hard for Nico Baby to deal with. Omni Knight has a Ghost Scepter. Every time he gets daggered, he instantly pops the Ghost Scepter. And then Save has Yule's 2600 HP, can just pop the Supernova. How many good targets to go on?
Has been
Nico Baby.
Indubitably,
Radiant's top tower
it is
is
not
under
quite
attack.
the
Gotta
situation
Satanic,
you
though.
want to find yourself in. Satanic might help. Unfortunately, when the crits come in, sometimes you just can't catch the damage from straight up damage that it's got here with these items.
Is under attack.
Got to return the hits in time. Hopefully, PA will be able to survive these engagements, but
Radiant are scanning.
I don't know, man. It's feeling difficult. VP have shown absolutely no hesitation in just jumping in, blowing up these heroes. When they commit to a fight, they go for it. Alliance have not been showing anywhere near the same amount of commitment to the engagement. So I think that's probably would be their biggest downfall in this fight. a few times where they've just like held back on 1 or 2 seconds, and then that's what's cost it for them. But now this is decisive. They're smoked up as 5. They're going for the wraparound into the triangle. Virtus.Pro, they're hyper aware of this though. They're in the area. Let's see what happens. Nico Baby, he's going to be revealed. Throws a dagger immediately in towards, but the arena comes down, controlling up. Hands get Supernova very far back, but on the high ground, so they can't really fight into this. And now the heroes are getting blown up. GPK comes forward for the Shiva's Carbon Scream as well. Handskin and FNG are already dead. They're trying to still fight up into them, and they have actually killed the Sven. Now GPK is going to be the next target. Nico Baby with the BKB ain't nothing to mess around with. He jumps on top of Ilias. Ilias going to pop the GA to try and get himself out of this one. But I mean, the Sven going down is just such a big deal. That was a puck axe coming down. He was not ready. And now, well, the buyback from Epileptic Kid. Uh-oh, Nico Baby's in some trouble. He needs to get the blink strike up into the high ground, but gets pinned to a tree and killed off instead. The buyback from the Sven, it gets him the kill onto the PA. Maybe they can get S4 as well with her spider legs. She's a quick little lady. Follow the ghosts, DM. Follow the ghosts. I'll tell you where to go, but it doesn't look like anybody else is looking to chase down S4, so I don't think this is going to result in a kill. But wow, what a crazy fight. I did not expect the Sven to want to buy back there, but he did. He gets them a kill onto PA, sure, but now there's a bit of a like opportunity for Alliance to take the next engagement.
If they get the Roshan, then it's completely fine.
True.
Bob back there, right? He's got pretty much, you know, full items time being anyway. He just needs Aegis, and it's going to be up very soon. Alliance, that was an incredible fight. That snap from the Sven and Omni Knight not being close enough to be able to get that Guardian Angel off the Sven. Like, he takes a lot of damage from the Desolator of the Phantom Assassin plus the Death Prophet ultimate, the Exorcism. He has to be a little bit careful not letting himself get snapped. Dream Coil.
Yeah, I mean, that was a
Very
reveal,
well.
so you can kind of forgive him for falling to it once, but next engagement, they're going to be aware of it, and now Roshan is being taken. Oh no, you can't let this go, Alliance, but at the same time, without that PA, it's very difficult for them to actually contest it, but they're going for it. They're running forward. They've got the Ignis Fathers, they've got the rockets as well.
You're gonna have to hook shot in right now.
There's no way, there's no way.
DM is blocking this.
Has fallen to the Radiant.
DM and
I remember the
swooping
days.
around, just making sure.
Remember the days when hook shot into stealing Aegis and stuff was a thing? Nowadays, everybody knows it's called. They like literally surround that pit, not let the Clockwork even get close to hitting the target inside.
They know what's going on. Poor old clock. There was a time. There was a time. There is one play you can make though when you have the access to refresh it. So you deliberately hookshot onto one of the heroes defending it, just to jump to the other side and then hookshot in again. It's you know, pretty advanced. Don't see it very often, but it has happened. Alliance, they're trying to hold this high ground. They're going to go for this fight. Hello, S4 popping the Exorcism, committing pretty hard to this. Hookshot again, missing. Oh no, and now the arena comes down, just controlling up the Clockwork. They don't want to miss engage. They're going to try and take down the Supernova. It's one hit. They won't do it. Oh no, they've lost Nico Baby. They're going to lose S4 as well. Talk about it, FNG. He's trying to run himself away. Not going to happen. Oh, they couldn't kill the egg. Epileptic Kid gets in, cleaves through these heroes, and now they're running up the high ground with an Aegis. The Lions, they might have made their last play here. It was so close to working, so close to bringing down that Supernova, but then the Sven come through with the big damage, and that is it.
That's double MKBs, Nomad, Queen of Pain, and Sven. This Phantom Assassin needs to be killing one of them and not the egg.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, we talked about it before. This egg is just a huge bait. If you go and try and kill it, there's way too much AoE damage on GPK and Epileptic Kid for you to actually do it successfully without losing all your health. You couldn't even finish the job.
40 seconds on PA. I'm not sure they're gonna stop here. They don't have the God Strength. That's why they're going back. They're actually playing it very slow right now. BP, or not slow but safe, because they know PA could potentially have a buyback. We know she doesn't. They don't know that.
Yeah, a little bit surprising to me still. They did have creeps coming onto the high ground, but just erring on the side of caution.
Yeah, this is the safe play for sure. You got the game down. Oh, Mr. DM. He's gonna lose his gem? Oh no, he gets it.
All's well, all's well. FNG trying to make some plays, but unfortunately didn't quite work out.
That was pretty funny actually. If he actually got the gem and somehow got away from there, that would have been cool. But when you drop the gem, it provides like vision, right?
Yes.
So he saw FNG like on top of the gem, and that's why he was able to get that.
Clowny though. Now without their Ignis Vardas, this could be a pretty tricky high ground defense, Steven.
That's a dieback.
Radiant's top
So
tower
maybe
is under
wasn't
attack.
the coolest play, dying.
Radiant's top tower has
Got the
fallen.
Gosh Trend too.
Yep.
He has
Yeah,
an
it's gonna
Abyssal
fall
Blade. Sven too.
Great hesitation. And again, if you're going to land a hook shot, now's the time to do it, but they want to wait. They want to try and wait it out. 25 seconds, they've got a bit of harassment, they've got a fortification, which is now over. And GPK going to jump in, looking straight forward onto Lynn Supernova coming down nice and deep here as they take down one, and the Puck's going to use himself into the air, but when he comes back down, he's going to get murderized. There is a buyback available. Puck's going to use it. It's going to be a 4-on-5. Oh, they're actually having to run into this before the coddle's even up. S4 trying to make something happen, is running around with these ghosts, but now GPK jumps in with that 25 talent, but Nico Baby looking for the response. Cheese out from GPK, keeps him alive. The Mega Creeps have been gotten. Now can Alliance find anything from this? Dual Yules coming out as they take down FNG on the side. He comes back to life, does get off to the Ignis Vardas. Sven tries to take it down, but it's just going to get controlled up by it. Nico Baby, he needs to commit to this because they're facing Megas now, but they just don't feel like they have the manpower. They want to try and wait out the clock, maybe. But I mean, they've been megged here. It seems so unlikely that they're actually going to be able to hold on for this one. They will try for one final fight, perhaps, or they might just let VP relieve. And yeah, it looks like that's going to be the call. Oh dear.
Try to off from us, and Nico Baby needs to make his way into a rapier, hopefully.
There it is. Yeah.
There's a quick buy right now.
I mean, even for Nico Baby, I feel like his chances are slim. 1% chance, says Daddy Gabe. The 1% comeback. Well, I think I'd agree with that. I think 1% seems likely.
Quite generous.
Are you getting into decimals?
We might have to looking at this game. Well, you get the PA factor. That's the one thing they got.
Yeah.
This game will take another 30 minutes if Alliance have a shot at winning this.
VP have to mess up spectacularly, I'd say, to not win this game. Or Alliance
Well,
makes
that's a
some
kid.
absolutely crazy plays. Let's see.
Cup, they need to win this fight.
Daggers across, will try to kind of counter off the damage. Now swoop in with the Hex onto the Death Prophet. They hook shot in, but it's not enough to keep her alive. They'll take it down. These golden heroes smashing through everybody that comes their way. They do have a buyback on Hanskin. He's going to try and do something here, but Nico Baby jumps in the engagement. He has popped that Satanic trying to keep himself alive. Can he out DPS the Sven? No, he cannot. Sven is too damn big, and DVP are too damn strong. They'll take down everybody on the side of Alliance and claim that GG. Prize it from their cold, dead lips. Game number 1, it goes the way of Virtus.Pro. It looked so close. Alliance, they looked like they were doing great, but then the moment they start team fighting, Virtus.Pro remind everybody
We good? Are we going? Yes, sir.
Yep, ready.
Alliances turn to ban. Virtus.Pro.
Hello and welcome back to the OGA Dotapit. My name is Nomad. Joining me is 1437 as we get into Alliance versus Virtus.Pro game number 2. And Alliance are of course trailing one game after Virtus.Pro completely destroyed them in every single team fight in the last game. It was gosh darn brutal. Alliance, can you put together a better team fighting roster this time around, or are you gonna get stomped to the ground once again? I certainly hope not, but Theban, let's find out. What do you think?
They gave the Omni again.
10 seconds.
VP's gonna have Sven once again. The thing about VP is they don't get
5
tired of playing.
seconds remaining.
They like.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Shadow Demon.
Oh, I like this though.
They might pick something else other than Sven, just maybe like small percent chance, but I think they're just gonna take the Sven.
Why wouldn't you?
10 seconds
Why wouldn't
remaining.
you?
It's just like, it's not, the thing about VP is it's not just the Sven that's the problem, right? It's everybody on the team, right? Everyone's playing some kind of tier 1 powerful hero. So if you put all your emphasis onto that Sven, then everybody else owns you, right? Because you're no longer focusing the other heroes in the game. And VP, like, their chance of winning this game just skyrocketed again, like game 1, because they just have this combo already that puts so much stress onto Alliance's draft.
5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Hey man, this is the last day of the patch, okay? It's just the last day. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. Enjoy Sven. I'll try my best. But I like what Alliance are doing. They're trying to come up with some
Timber.
answers for it. Like
That's for
the
Timber.
Shadow Demon is a nice answer to the
10
Omni Knight.
seconds
Timber
remaining.
is a nice answer to this double strength lane. So yeah, I mean, I can dig
seconds
Alliance's
remaining.
answers.
Ban.
Is it going to be strong enough to beat the Sven though? See, I kind of feel like they haven't really gotten, well, I don't know, it's about how you play is how you beat Sven. You have to be invading his triangle, you have to be trying to catch him out as he's farming and he's vulnerable. These heroes won't do that, but they will
10
win in the lane.
seconds
And Shadow Demon is going to help out in the team fights to counter this this GA and
5
stuff.
seconds remaining.
It is a pretty annoying hero to deal with,
Yeah.
for sure, but pretty sure VP is also ready for this. They know that having the Omni and Sven together throughout the game is gonna be better than
Virtus.Pro's turn
having a
to
bad lane against the Timber. The Timber will have a pretty good lane, that's for sure. But VP do have 3 follow-up picks just to shut down this Timber.
ban.
Time they banned the Phantom Assassin out. Last game they did not ban the Phantom Assassin out, but this time they do. They see that maybe the Timber could create enough space for the PA to be stronger and farm more, but or have more space to be able to deal with the Sven.
Open up the map.
5 seconds remaining.
Self-check
Lions ban out the Invoker. Now DP Sudden looks pretty decent too against the Lions. DP's pretty bad against Shadow Demon though. When you get Demonic Purged, if you cast Yules, like DP is dependent on the Yules, right? When they jump you, you need to go in the air while you're siphoning so you can heal while you're invincible. The Purge removes the Yules right away. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even go, you go off for like a 0.1 second and it gets removed. So maybe DP isn't the best, but it's one of the better heroes against Timbersaw. The silence is annoying, Siphon's annoying. Sometimes Timber joins the fight without any armor stacks.
Yeah, that's definitely where you can catch him off guard and try and run him down. You need to have some ideas on how to bring down this hero because, you know, Virtus.Pro, whilst they're really good at putting together these drafts, you know, they almost always do it in a way which counters the opening picks of the enemy team. So whatever they pick up, I'm fairly sure it's going to be a pretty good idea on how to get rid of these heroes.
We might still see the Death Prophet. That's what I'm thinking, right? From Alliance or VP, like one of the teams, but I think most likely Alliance. They do still like it against the Omni Knight. VP didn't ban it out. Alliance do ban out the Mars, so we will not be seeing this. We will not be seeing the same draft from VP. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because the Mars is gone, and they banned the Storm too. This gives an opening for VP now to get their Void Spirit, which they play very well with. I don't think they're gonna go Kunkka because of the Timbersaw on the side of VP. So Void Spirit, something I want to see from VP.
10 seconds.
Phoenix, probably not the best choice. Possible Skywrath Mage game from Virtus.Pro. That's a pretty good hero against Timbersaw.
I mean, it's not great playing it into the disruption because you can play pretty well. Still like it in general.
It's just about the silence, right? The magic burst that you have. You also have a Sven on your lineup, so you got that disable well. Save. Get for yourself. I mean, Alliance is gonna pick first. They're gonna get the position 5 here. Looking like there's no Undying, obviously, because first phase banned. That's like FNG's tier 1 S tier hero that it loves to play, other than Omni Knight. Venge draft. We could also possibly see a Venge draft come off from Alliance.
Quite like that. I wanna go with the
Lashrak. Oh, a different route. Interesting.
Spicing it up. I like this. You know, go out with a bang. Try some new ideas. It's the end of the patch. See what you can do. Something you've been thinking about.
Dude, I like this hero. So this Lashrak they also picked against who was that? Gambit, I think.
5 seconds remaining.
In their best of 5, they played against Gambit. Yeah, and they had a Lashrak. Oh, that was really good game for it.
Yeah.
So this is most likely mid Lash, right? That's it. Like they actually, I'm surprised they even picked their mid this early and like holding off on their +5 for now.
Viper. There's the answer to the Timbersaw, as we mentioned earlier on, and does do pretty damn well versus that Lashrak as well. You just drop the ultimate on him, it stops him running around and just kind of blasting everyone down with its magic. It's very annoying. Good pipe builder as well.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
this means most likely a tiny pickup from Virtus.Pro, so
5 seconds
they can have that with the Viper in the offlane. If it's a Viper mid, then we will see a different position, and then we won't be seeing a tiny. That's the case. But Viper is also very good against Lashrak middle, so that's why I'm kind of leaning more towards this Viper going mid against Lashrak.
Interesting. Alliance though, next pick. This is usually the point where they pick up their carry, but I believe they have, yeah, there we go. They will grab the lifesteal and save the last pick for their possible.
So this makes me think, because they picked a lifestealer right now, that the Lashrak could be a flex on the board now, not the mid laner anymore. And then the Shadow Demon will be the 5, and they're just gonna wait to see VP's last 2 heroes and then draft up something to counter all of that. Because Timber doesn't really need help, right? Laning into a Sven Omni Knight. So there's even a potential Alliance are just gonna tri-lane with this Lashrak Lifestealer Shadow Demon combo and just like solo this Timber, which I wouldn't be surprised with. They've done something similar to that before in the past. A different situation, but still the idea is there. VP not seeing the lifestealer, maybe they're probably deterring from picking a from picking a tiny, or even putting the Viper in the offlane. This is looking more and more like a mid Viper now.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I'm mostly looking at this Lashrak and just wondering. You know, it's really nice to combo it up with the Shadow Demon. Of course, if he's not a core, then he doesn't have to be farming, so he can just go around with the Shadow Demon. These two can just make plays through the entire game, and it's very easy to make happen. Virtus.Pro, however, are going to take the Tidehunter. That's going to confirm the Viper is going to be mid, and that's going to mean the Tidehunter is going to be in the off lane. Now, does a Tide survive versus a tri-lane of Lifestealer, Lashrak, and...
There's not a lot of heroes who can survive tri-lanes if it's just 2 going into the off lane. My concern more is about the Timber versus the Tide. Like, you just drafted Tide into Timbersaw. So this Timber is having much more of a free game now. Like, either side lanes he goes to, doesn't matter for him. Honestly, they could just solo Timber safe lane now and just go aggro tri lane with Lifestealer, Lashrak, and
Oh, okay.
that could be the play for... yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the play from Alliance. Like, why not? Unless they obviously put the Leshrac mid, then they'll pick another 4 or 5, and then
10
still
seconds.
they should try lane. I think on the side of Alliance, they need to do something a bit different. And Timber is gonna have a good lane no matter who he plays against.
Yeah, he should be fine. And S4, you know, he likes making space in this Timber. He loves playing alone and just letting his Pulse 4 do whatever he wants. Favorite way to play. In the off lane, he just to enable Hanskin to be more active.
Pugna banned out from Virtus.Pro. I think best
10 seconds.
hero for Alliance to take, but maybe they're thinking like, oh, they don't want to get pressured up early on and have all their towers be dead to Leshrac, Edict, and Pugna Blast. Alliance banning out Wind Ranger. They're banning out save heroes right now. Wind Ranger, maybe a Skyrath, possibly. Saves heroes
10
too.
seconds remaining.
So,
5 seconds remaining.
Virtus.Pro. Oh no, I was just trying to think if they could actually run the Viper as a 4 this game. Some really good
Viper as a 4? Did you just say Viper
Yeah,
as a 4?
I did.
No, please don't. No.
I mean, putting him on the side lane versus a Timber
10
might be really
seconds
nice, and then you can kind of. But
That's kind of true, but you rather, I mean, you have Tide. Unless Tide goes mid, you know, OG style, right?
Yeah.
Like, unless Tide goes mid, I really don't see this Viper go to silent. And they do ban the Tiny though just for the safety of that, you know, like in case for whatever reason Viper does go side lane, they don't want that Tiny Viper combo. Just probably the best combo, and VP have played it multiple times.
Alliances
So.
turn to pick.
final pickup from them will be the Skyrath Mage. Comes down eventually. Long distance snipe. There.
It was there was many picks that went before this Sky came out, but it came out nonetheless. I do think the Alliance should have got rid of Sky instead of Tiny though.
Yeah.
Just didn't make sense for them to put the Tide Hunter mid. They're not gonna put Tiny and Tide offlane, especially against a Timber, right? Like Tiny hates playing it. That's just a given. So this guy will provide a bit of burst damage. Oh, Nyx. Oh no.
I don't like that. I can't get behind that.
Their draft was going so well until that's a position for Nyx.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I mean, like, this is kind of considered to be like a classic counter to the Skyrath Mage. Mana burn, very, very good against Skyrath.
And Viper.
Yeah,
their
and
skill
Viper as well. Pretty good at just kind of stunning him up and locking him down. But I mean, it's still Nyx Assassin. There's a reason we're not really seeing that hero a whole lot. I guess there is 2 heroes as well, which the Break's going to be quite good at. 3 heroes, which the Break's going to be pretty good against. The Sven, the Viper, and the Tide. I can see its value, but at the same time, I can't get behind it, guys. Can you get behind it?
Okay, I really can't, but I can see how it works when the Timber and the Lifestealer win their lanes really.
Yeah.
Right? You need both your Sileners to win their lanes really hard. If you can do that, then I can see the Nyx having like impact. Right? The problem with Nyx is his early game, right? He doesn't really provide a lot, and then later in the mid game, like if he gets enough levels, he's a beast, right? If Dota started with all heroes being level 14, then Nyx would be a god tier hero in almost every single game, right? But that's the problem. Like he doesn't provide a whole lot in the lanes. His early game is a bit weak too, especially when his Vendetta's on cooldown. But if they can get to that mid game, you know, 50-50 or even ahead on Alliance, then this Nyx is going to be extremely valuable. Other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of a last pick Nyx Assassin. I don't think it really it's not the game-changing hero that I was hoping for.
It's not what we were hoping for, but it's what we're getting, and it's what Alliance are going to go for. We got to trust in S4 head or S5 head. Which one's going to turn up? Well, let's find out. Let's get into game number 2 of VP versus Alliance, battling it out for the elimination. And Alliance are very, very close to that elimination. They're putting their faith, their hopes, their dreams in a Hanskin Nyx Assassin. Question marks have been raised. Answers maybe on the horizon. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's find out. Chilling out in the safe lane together. I mean, this does look like a good dual lanes now, to be fair. It's good. He's going to see a lot of heroes here. Run, run. That's literally the entire Virtus.Pro squad. No, I'm just kidding. Run away. He's gonna be right.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh, that was Nico Baby.
Gonna be
Take both druids at the top, which is quite nice.
yeah, they can do it. Hanskin, we might see him go for that bottom bounty as well. They might just try to get 4 bounties on the side of Alliance here. Quite possible at this rate, but Tide going in is like, no way you get my bounty rune.
Oh, FNG's
FNG.
Pops the disruption, interestingly. Nico Baby gonna have to stick around for the bounty rune here, trying to body block up DM, but is not quick enough as DM's able to grab it, and now FNG, well, he is running into no man's land right now, trying to get to somewhere, but unfortunately he is just gonna drop as save drops down with the spells, a couple of concussive shots, a couple of right clicks, one more will be required. Oh, fairy fire out from FNG. If he can get out of vision, just
GPK.
Oh, digging through the trees, digging through the trees. He's not going to be out the other side. They're just trying to hide as he's now going for the blocks. No, he's trying to block out a save here. That's really nice. Going for the TP now as well. He's actually going to live. No first blood for you, save. Oh, that was beautiful. Using the disruption illusions to block his pathing so he couldn't follow through the trees, allow him to TP out. Incredible stuff from Hanskin.
Hanskin, FNG, give the man credit. The right.
Sorry, FNG. Jesus.
That was crazy.
Jesus. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just dead, and not only that, he wasted GPK's time too. GPK didn't get a block, had to TP back to the mid lane. Scarlet doesn't start in the lane too. He does have to walk back top, but that's okay. He carries a life stealer. He doesn't mind solo.
Yeah, and Save only just arrived back to the top lane as well because he spent so long walking from the that camp over up towards the lifesteal, so he's only just arrived. There's been very little pressure put on Nico Baby. Yeah, thumbs up for FNG. Incredible. So
very classic stuff happening. Goes behind the second creep wave, drags it in front of Timber's tower, and S4 just gonna do S4 things. Chill down here, farm it up. He will start pressuring up the Sven once he's like level 3, level 4-ish. But for now, it's just gonna be a farm fest down here.
Yep, just eat them creeps. See who comes out on top. And it will be a slight advantage to S4 in the end, but Sven's gonna be able to bounce back with the creeps, so it won't be long that he's behind it. But that said, S4 is struggling straight off the bat. With only having himself 4-2 currently, Sven's 10-2. Not good stats, but hopefully that should improve over time as he gets a couple more points in death. While at mid, we have Limp laning up into GPK, the Leshrac into the Viper. Pretty Viper favorite matchup.
A lot of damage.
He is indeed, yeah. Poison's out, 5 stacks upon him.
Oh wow, that's a TP for him.
Ooh, in comes the disruption from FNG. Limp is ready with the stun, lands it nicely, controlling up the GPK Viper, but he's actually just going to straight up TP himself away. Goes all the way back to the fountain though, so that is costly.
Limp, what is his plan? Oh, he doesn't know where the Viper is. He thinks Viper TP to tier 1, but he actually went back to base. He's still gonna stick around though. Needs only one more creep to get his bottle up. Good play then from FNG. Because if he didn't do that, that Leshrac would have been completely kicked out, lost a bunch of XP. Not only does he save him and gets Viper to the base, but also in the jungle too, which Leshrac loves to farm at 6.
Yeah, he does indeed burst through these. I mean, Leshrac is essentially played the exactly same way as Zeus is these days. Use those magic damage to take down the creep waves, break down some stacks, and get yourself some money. Simple. Really talked a whole lot about the top lane since the shenanigans, but it is Tide versus Lifestealer. Classically, Lifestealer's pretty happy in this lane, and it's just going to open up FNG to make these rotations and feel safe that his Lifestealer is not going to get killed off. So we'll probably see a bit more of that. Or we'll just make stacks, one or the other.
I think stacks is just better because have Leshrac who wants. But then again, VP know those stacks are happening. Viper will want to steal them.
Yeah, they'd be very aware of that. Side of
and Tide.
Can't let these stacks go.
I fully expect both DM and GPK to just run in there about 5.5 minutes in, maybe 6 minutes in.
Denied.
Limp does get a haste rune and just farming it up. to the Viper any longer while he still has that haste.
Get out of jail free card. It's very nice for him in the mid lane. Like he doesn't want to be playing aggressively remotely onto this Viper. He just wants to survive this lane and then.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Kid still doing very well at the moment. Level 4. Last time I saw S4 play into this Omni Sven combo with this Timber. I think it was an Omni Sven combo. He did very, very well. This time around, not as good. I wonder if it's because of the Nyx factor. Could possibly be. Oh, Hanskin steals the bounty. Done. Good. FNG going for the other bounty. Dude, FNG has just been such a menace this game. Damn. This man, he refuses to lose. It's like a...
Yeah,
he's just doing everything.
He's doing everything he can. He's making the plays. He's having an absolutely dream time on this Shadow Demon so far, making a ton of really nice plays.
First 5 minutes has been by FNG so far.
Good stuff. That rotation to
D-word.
mid, the 0-minute jukes. Let's take
Oh, Limp. It's time.
Radiant are scanning.
Wants the farm. 5:30. Here it is. Any rotations from BP? Doesn't look like it. Limp. Oh, look at this juicy farm. Oh, that feels so good.
Yum yum creeps. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Levelectic's kind of being chased by S4 here. He's trying to go for the kills. Ilias is going to be able to heal him up though, so I don't think he's in too much danger of actually dying. Although saying that, he just hits level 6, gets the Chakram, and that's going to be first blood for S4 solo onto the Sven. Whilst this Leshrac farms up these jungle creeps all by himself. I mean, this is looking real good for Alliance currently.
Just the fact that they got that farm and get instantly went from 6 to 7 as soon as he kills this creep, like just a sliver away. And this is where it's so problematic for VP, right? The catapult is down here. The Viper canceled this TP, so he can't actually get down here to try and save this tower either. S4 a little bit low on mana. That's pretty much the only saving grace for them, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna pop that soul ring and throw a bit of harassment the way of Ilias, continually chop him down. Meanwhile, Lifestealer going for a play onto DM up in the top lane. They want to try and crack the watermelon, and they might be able to do exactly that. Ag Special going to help you against the magic damage of the Leshrac. They could maybe even pop them Rage as well, just to purge it off so they bring him down. Meanwhile, Hanskin at mid is going to get targeted up. Science come through. He's going for the TP as well, but he's not going to be able to make it out of this. Even GPK just do way too much damage to him, and he will fall.
Bottom still the pressure on the tower. Ilias trying his absolute best. He's got pretty good levels for himself, but that catapult is just not dying. Yes, not allowing it to fall.
He is not. He is tanking up from the tower, tanking up from Ilias, just trying to run around in circles to decide, hey, you know what? My time on this lane is done. Meanwhile, Limp dies up in the middle lane. They take down the Leshrac. That's pretty insane. Yeah, they get themselves both FNG and Limp, and now open up for this tower at mid.
So DM sees GPK and Save completely controlling the mid lane, decides to TP there as soon as he's alive. It's that big ravage onto these heroes. That's a hero you want to shut down. Leshrac. You don't want to let this hero whatsoever. Because if he does, he's going to take all your towers very quickly. He's very hard to catch with that Boots of Travels build. And he just completely out of control. Very tight game so far. Like the cores are only maybe 100, 200 gold apart from each other. Like you see Alliance all at the top, but it's very close.
It is tight. It is tight. Less than 1k gold advantage for Alliance currently. And this Sven, you know, he's got the 3 points in Great Cleave. He's going to run into the jungle and just do as much as he possibly can. He will farm faster than the Lifestealer if they give him the space to do so. Meanwhile, they found FNG going for a D ward here. He's going to get dropped pretty quickly by Save and GPK. Disruption comes out, but it won't be saving him. Stun comes in from Hanskin, doesn't quite connect onto GPK. FNG with the heals, it's not enough though. He's going to get burnt away by the poison of GPK. This combo of Viper and the Skywrath is very nice as well. Just throwing down the poisonous axe, throwing down the arcane bolts with the concussive shots. it's a lot of damage amplification. This time Hanskin is able to get off the spike carapace just about in time, but so much nukes coming through. The purification along with the right clicks and the spells coming out from Virtus.Pro will secure them this kill. And Limp, he is hanging on to Ilias here, but I don't know, will he actually finish the job? Right clicks coming through, but the silence comes out. GPK and save. They are playing defensively to save their Omni Knight, and they're going to do exactly that. They might even get the return around kill as well. Let's get miss up onto the high ground, might enough to save him. FNG comes in and just disrupts him for the end of the poison, so Limp will survive.
Limp was pretty dead there for that disruption. Mid lane just in the nick of time. This did force S4 to come mid now, so he's not going to be pressuring up bottom or defending top. I mean, Nico Baby is already doing that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit vulnerable to Viper though. Oh, look what S4 is doing. Trying to steal the bounties. And they're going to get 3 bounties again on Alliance. Dude, Alliance is on point this game. They're really got their head in the game.
Yeah, they do. They are having a great time just playing this laning phase, playing this early game. But, you know, they had an impressive early game last time as well. It was when the team fights came in where we started to get concerned about them. So, again, waiting until the team fights before I make any judgments on how this game's going to go.
Big group up mid on BP. They really want to protect this catapult and take this tier 1 tower. And by doing attacks right now, Sven is farming freely. No pressure on him whatsoever.
Nope. He is living the dream.
Soon to take over Nico Baby 2, who is pretty much completely free farming. Not laying into a like that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And doing a bit of scouting, saying hello to DM and GPK and watching them rotate up into the Lifestealer. So Nico Baby's going to know there's a lot of heroes heading his way right now. And it looks like he's trying to bait something. He has himself an Infest, of course, but he's got to be wary of that silence, which is available in 2 seconds. But he knows that.
They also know DM TP bottom, so there can't be a Tidehunter in this top lane. Lion's just gonna run everybody middle. They're gonna pop the Edict in 1 second. Limp is doing such a great job. He forced a Tide bottom with his Edict and the Glyph, and now he goes middle for the tier 1 tower. Alliance opening up the map really well at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of equate their both, but you know, the map presence of both of these teams. I feel like Virtus.Pro are just looking to already move on to their next tower, but then Alliance already took this bottom tower earlier on, so yeah, VP mid flagging a little bit behind in this game, so
they are, and it's really annoying to play against Leshrac when your towers are dead, because you need to be very quick with your patches on the 0. They wouldn't want him to get out of control, so gets that boot to travels. He doesn't have it yet though. That's the one thing for VP going for them at the moment.
On him just yet. In fact, it's for a full wand rather than going in for. In fact, he's actually queued up a BKB.
Ooh, he has a different game plan then.
Yeah.
He just wants to fight the VP's heroes.
I mean, I like it. I think they are going to need these BKBs in this game, other than the Lifestealer, of course. Although, even then, I feel like super late game, they might be considering as they jump onto GPK, and they are going to be able to take him down instantaneously. Goodbye, Viper. Save and he'll do anything. Throws in one last before he leaves. Meanwhile, Athletic is getting run down by Limp. Oh no! Oh no! The Leshrac gets a solo kill onto the enemy Sven. That's not how the story is supposed to go. And now Sage's in some trouble as well. S4 realizing there's very little threats on the board, but unfortunately it gets silenced up, and S4 won't be able to finish the job on to the Skywrath. But wow, 2 critical kills across the map for Alliance here, as Limp's making some magic happen on this Leshrac.
Pretty big minute. Virtus.Pro right now. Sorry, for Alliance right now. They got mid tower, bottom tower, top tower soon to be dead. They get 3 huge kills, especially with the Sven and the Viper. And look at VP's map control right now. They're like pretty much squished onto their side of the map, and they really need to make something happen. Save hasn't been able to is like Mystic player yet.
Radiant's top tower has
He's been very limited in what he's been able to output. See Nico Baby and Hanskin here. I mean, they've got the silence, which they're going to throw down onto the Lifestealer straight away. They want to try and bring him down here. Hanskin trying to get inside that Mystic Flare, but he gets rage off and gets inside Hanskin to save his life. Meanwhile, S4 jumping into the fight. They've used a couple of their ultis now, so I don't think they're very scared on Alliance, but at the same time, the Sven's nearby. They're seeing if they can maybe bait out a God Strength, something like that, and the silence gets dropped on West4, so he can't move around for just a little bit. There comes the Atos, there comes the God Strength. They're going to be able to take down the Timbersaw, but in the back, Nico Baby's going to jump out the other side, but the GA is there to counter it, so he can't actually bring any heroes.
No rage.
And now that the rage is ending, he doesn't have an infest either. He could be in some trouble. FNG comes in with the save drop, the disruption drops down, the demonic purge, but there's a Ravage to control up the Lifestealer and to get on top of these two heroes. Beautifully done from DM to now move on top of FNG as well. He's going to be the next hero taken out by Virtus.Pro, and Hanskin is coming into the creep wave. I think he wants to try and buy a bit of time here and see if he can just stop these pushes coming through. Goes for the TP away and will make it out. But still, once again, Alliance, you know, we've read this book before. They do great throughout the laning phase. They turn to that first engagement and it just goes horribly wrong.
A little bit of miscommunication from Alliance. S4 really wanted to fight and man up in that situation, but Nico Baby did use his rage before he infested into the Nyx, so he wanted a rage to be back up again before they would take the fight and try to kill the Viper. Alliance probably should have just backed off as soon as they saved their Lifestealer, but a little too long, getting completely punished for it.
Well, not the first fight which Alliance were hoping for in this game. They thought they'd kind of played it really nicely as they managed to force out the God Strength, but then they realized that Timbersaw was actually getting beaten down pretty quickly. And I mean, I like the idea, you know, force the God Strength, and then whilst they're focused on the tip, go for a kill. Oh, FNG is there once again with a disruption, perfectly positioned to make sure this Lifestealer can get out of it. Now he pops a rage, actually looking to go in on PK here. He does not have an infest, but doesn't really need it as the split earth comes through from Lim from the side to bring down the Viper, and now they look towards Save as well. He's trying to get himself away, but guess what? There's a Yules, and there's too much damage for this Skyrock to withstand, and he's going to lose his life as well.
What a counterplay. That was so beautiful from FNG. Just, I mean, he's always at the right place at the right time in this game. Getting that save on to the Lifestealer, purging up the Viper so he can't get out. Leshak also there, ready to fight with his allies. Trying to build up some momentum once again after losing that engagement top. Gonna keep pressing on bottom. One thing about Alliance's draft, they cannot do Roshan very well. So there isn't a whole lot of reason for them to play around the top and mid area of the map apart from stopping the Sven's farm. But Nico Baby, he prefers to just play for his own farm at the moment, try to pressure this bot lane up, and I think that's the right call too. Leshak does have Edict that can take this tier 2 towers down very quickly. Maybe they also want to bring him down there.
Yeah, he's going for this Desolator on the Lifestealer to try and make Roshan a more feasible objective for them. Fortunately, that's going to be a little while before he has it.
Limp also making his way to that AB. Got it very soon. They want to wait for these items actually before they take any engagements on the lines.
You know what I actually want to see on GPK this game? Oh, S4 Timber Chain up to the high ground. FNG and S4 will be able to escape. Yeah, you know what I want to see on GPK this game though? I would have really liked a Blade Mail from try and play into
against the Leshak and the Timber. Yeah, it could have been good.
Not just that as well, but also with Save's Silence, you know, Blade Mail reflects the type of magic damage, the type of damage you receive, so if it's magic, then the Ancient Seal is going to amplify the damage being reflected, so you can see heroes just pop if they try to Viper if they get the Ancient Seal put on them.
I do like the Atos first though, because they don't have any catch really, especially since it's that's still okay. Maybe you just realize like, oh, I just need a bigger item right now, but I do like the idea of Blade Mail. It's pretty good.
BKB also going to be very strong into the Flash Racket's Timber as well, so start opting for the magic community. They want to fight. Virtus.Pro, they want to be as strong as possible. They love it when everyone's looking golden, when their 3 cores are looking nice and unkillable. That's when they feel strong.
Radiant's bottom tower
and Alliance are feeling very comfortable to stay split on this map. Like Lifestealer just bottom, he knows he can't die right now. He's pretty tanky, he can just pop the rage, TP out. Timber also feels unkillable. So Leshak has all the freedom to farm up the jungle camps, whereas VP, they need to stay tight together. They have the fear of this Nyx assassin or some kind of a smoke or something that could possibly come. Look how many sentries they got on the side of the Radiant on the map right now.
Yeah, they are littering the enemy jungle with it. They want to know. They want to know where the wards are, and they want to get down the vision. They want to make sure that they've got the advantage if they take a fight in the enemy jungle, which seems to be exactly what they want to do. Ato's down onto S4. He doesn't really mind, though. He's a boy. He's even got himself a Lotus Orb now as well. Go straight Hood Lotus. Purge
Yeah,
very strong.
8 sentries of Virtus.Pro versus 4 of Alliances on the map right now. That's a very sad Omni Knight. Constantly having to buy a bunch of cents just because of the Nyx factor at the moment.
But you know, the thing I really like about Timbersaur's Lotus Orb purchase this game is that it can cover for the weaknesses of the Lifestealer. Because if he gets silenced, obviously he can't get off the rage. So that's when the Lotus Orb is going to come in to purge that off and just make sure he can get off these rages in the team fights.
It's very good. It's what Lifestealer needs as soon as the rage. He also needs these defensive items when the rage finishes. Right, because that's actually his weakest point. Not when like he needs to use a rage, but when his rage is about to run out. So Lotus, Glimmer Capes, these disruptions just to save. These are the things that Lifestealer enjoys having on his teammates.
Yeah, he does.
It's actually
just wants
often it's often a very scary thing when playing Lifestealer and you pop your rage and like so many heroes around you.
Yeah.
You need to plan your escape out. Once your rage is done, you're pretty much a useless creep for the most part.
More or less. But they have now finished off a Desolator. I'm thinking they want to make some play, but DM just jumps in, drops a Ravage straight away. They're going to be able to completely destroy Handskin. The Nico Baby manages to get off that rage, but he's going to get Viper ulted up as well, controlling him up just a little bit. He needs to get inside a homie, and he's going to jump inside FNG. Meanwhile, S4 in the middle of the entire enemy team, but he is going to be able to get that Timber Chain away. Safety. Now VP, they've dropped their ultimates for this one. Do Alliance back themselves away, or do they continue poking? I mean, PK is getting those poisons stacked up upon him. But he is going to be alright as he backs himself off. Alliance, they don't want to get overzealous here. They can just wait for their Nyx Assassin to be back, and they can go for the counter-strike.
Definitely. This is Alliance's right now, right? They got that BKB on Limp. Lifestealer has a Desolator. Ravage is on cooldown. Gaussian's on cooldown. Instant smoke as soon as Hansken gets back.
And S4 baiting beautifully in the middle lane. He can throw that Lotus Orb off onto himself, but he doesn't even need to as he jumps forwards onto the Viper. Viper getting beaten down here as Nico Baby just jumps in for save. The GA comes out, but unfortunately heals onto GPK, takes it off immediately. They can just get on top of this Viper and kill him off as well. 2 kills for Alliance, and much less committed compared to what VP threw down for it. And guess what? They're heading into Roshan. They've got a Desolator. They've got 4 points in the Diabolic Edict. This Roshan is going to absolutely melt.
It is. There's nothing that VP can do about this. 1 more minute left on the Ravage. Looking back now, that Ravage onto the Nyx probably was not worth it, as there was no other follow-up. Go on to the next targets.
No, if they could have somehow found Nico Baby in the back after that, then yeah, it could have been something, but they needed to deal with Handskin, because you can't let that Nyx Assassin survive and then just get an impale on the back of you, so... But Virtus.Pro really had their options limited, and now Nico Baby's going to pick up an Aegis.
The happy boy. Oh, baby. Just gonna keep shoving this bottom lane all the way out. No fear of dying. Just pop rage, walk away, jump into the creep. But he did TP though. Doesn't have a TP escape. Gonna be a bit patient for his teammates.
Yeah, but FNG, he's here to babysit. He's actually just being stalked by this Tidehunter illusion.
Just A-click him. Chase him around. It's so annoying.
He's just pinging it. He's going, Nico Baby.
He's like, yo, Nico Baby,
please.
Can you kill this? They see me. Wonder what they're waiting for right now on Alliance. Do they have any big items coming out? I guess Leshrac has 500 gold from his Boot of Travels. Lifestealer, no, not really close to this. I would like to see them play top and mid and try to finish off these last 2 tier 2 towers.
Yeah.
On Alliance. Also, that will give a chance for VP to show themselves in front of you. Maybe you can win those fights while you have this Aegis up.
But I was going to say it looks like they're making that classic weep, but instead they invest inside the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin pops the Vendetta, and he's going to now look for a hero to hunt. Meanwhile, they're throwing some spells at Leshrac in mid, but Lib's pretty chill. He knows how tanky he is. He's got himself a Yules. He's got himself a BKB. Good luck bringing this guy down.
He also fogs the Stormhammer there.
Radiant are
Check
scanning.
just walks away. And now he's gonna be a fast boy. He's got boots of travels. Oh boy, that's a big rune for Lesh.
Indeed, and Hanskin's going to be able to pop the entire smoke of Virtus.Pro. However, they jump the Nyx assassin, but Nicobe just pops out. Hello, surprise! I'm going to jump straight on to save. Meanwhile, Epileptic being controlled up in this team fight as he can't really get off his ultimate, but now he looks for a target. FNG controlling up with the Demonic Purge, just controlling the heroes, but now a big Ravage coming down. They might be able to take down Nicobe with the cleave. They will be able to do so for the first time, but he's coming back to life, and they're losing health. TM is going to be the first one to go down here, probably, as they will get on top of him and take him out, along with Save dying earlier on. Alliance, they take this fight once again. It costs them the Aegis, but they'll be more than happy with that.
Limp also TPing after Epileptic Kid.
Epileptic Kid.
He's got him. Jukes. All right.
Yep, link across. Bye.
That's a place I have not seen. Someone juke area there. Limp is still looking for him.
He is. He's confused.
Ankles be broken.
Radiant structure.
It's like, all right, whatever. I give up. I'm just gonna go for the tower. That would have been an insanely huge kill.
Yeah, that would have been
Radiant's top tower.
game turning. But
Looking
still big.
back at that last fight, man, EP are really lacking the damage up. Alliance with that disruption save. All they were able to really get was the Aegis from the Lifestealer. Timber wasn't even close to dying. Ilias.
Yeah, this little hammer boy has hammered his last nail today as he's killed off trying to just be on the enemy side of the map, find some bounties, find some runes, find some camps where he believed it might be safe. 10k gold advantage for Alliance though. They're feeling very, very happy. Their Leshrac is strong, their Lifestealer is stronger. Sven, he's still a threat, but yeah, in the last fight, like, he tried to go for the backlines and FNG just straight up dumped the Demonic Purge onto his face, and he's like, oh, I'm moving at 2 miles per hour. This is problematic.
Alliance are just
Couldn't get advantage off.
Alliance are in absolute control of this game, not only like on the map, but also in the team fights. You would think this Ravage is a big spell, but it feels like they don't have the burst available during the Ravage. Glenn is slightly behind at the moment.
Meanwhile, DM being hunted by Nico, baby Hanskin coming in as well. He's going to have that break to offer to make it just a little bit easier to crack this watermelon. He gets off a mech, but it's not going to save him. And FNG dropped him on. Okay, all right, FNG. Fine. Really got strong feelings towards the Tide Hunter.
The 50-second or 1 minute cooldown, he's good. They're gonna go straight to the high ground with the Tide Hunter being dead. Lifestealer can always pop that rage, hit for like a couple seconds, get out. You dig?
Just timber chains past the entire barracks just to flex. Another buyback from the Tide Hunter. I think they should probably consider leaving, although Epileptic's got it pretty deep, but he's got a BKB at his own as they adjust into S4 to try and get themselves away. Alliance, they want to try and leave. They pop the God Strength and they pop the BKB onto VP. If they can actually get themselves away, then this could be huge, and it looks like they're going to be able to. I mean, S4, he's just sitting there watching them hit him. He doesn't care. But now the Ravage comes in. They might be able to take them heroes down the back lines, but it doesn't matter. They're just juking them out perfectly. FNG will will even fall. He's just going to walk away. He doesn't give a damn. DM's going to die instead, and now with the stun coming out onto GPK to control him up. Save's going to lose his life. Nico Baby finds the Sven. Sven trying to turn around, but he hits like a wet flannel as they take him down. Hanskin is the only one to die. That's it. They're done. They are done. GG called. Alliance take game 2, drawing out the series in a very convincing way. I did not expect this.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, this Leshrac, it all came down, to be honest, to the Timber Saw in the end, right? This is the first time where VP lost their Omni Sven lane. Sure, he farmed well and all, but this Timber got that solo kill, became level 7, and then after that, they just could never kill him. And their only stun on VP's side, apart from the Sven who wants to farm, was a Tide Hunter Ravage.
Turn to ban.
Yeah, ready.
Alliances turn to ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. Alliances turn to ban.
All right, I'm good to go.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Hello and welcome back to the OGA Dotapit. My name is Nomad. Joining me is 1437 as we get back into this very exciting elimination series. It is Alliance versus Virtus.Pro. Virtus.Pro absolutely smashed Alliance in the team fights in game number 1. Game number 2, unfortunately, they weren't able to do the same thing. Alliance turned things around, drew the series even with some spectacular team fighting, some awesome laning, and some standout performances, notably from FNG on his shadow team. And let's get in to the third and final game of this series. Do you have any predictions about the draft coming into this one?
I was gonna say if the draft didn't already start, they were gonna ban Timbersaw possibly this game, and they do. They banned the Timber, and they have picked Omni Knight and Sven once again. 3 games in a row.
Okay, all right. They get a third time over. Didn't work last time, but Virtus.Pro say, hey,
That's Profit.
you still haven't figured it out, and they ban out the Timber.
I think
5 seconds.
they're gonna pick That's Profit possibly right now on Alliance. The Timber was a huge problem in the end. Like, they really didn't have the answer for it. They thought they did with the Viper, then the Skyrat. I really didn't like the Tidehunter. The Tidehunter wasn't able to be that tanky hero because of the Timber in the draft, right? So the Tide was like,
bad account.
yeah, very awkward pick up, and they also started to lack like disables because of Mars got banned. I think Alliance this time maybe they go for the DP again. Yep. So they got, and they're gonna ban out the Mars second phase once again. Alliance are thinking like Viper was not a problem, didn't really matter. We don't need to get rid of that hero. We just gotta get rid of this Mars.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
that will be the DP picked up for Alliance. Yeah, I mean they love this hero. They can play it between mid and off lane. It's really nice for them to just kind of play it around. Well, they could do a Kuro and play it on 5. Who knows? Maybe they've had some influence from that from Nigma's captain. But yeah, they dropped the DP in as their pick as their answer to.
Ban out the Light Stealer, but Alliance picked in game 2. They just want a different game in terms of like what Alliance have.
Yeah.
So Timber, Life Stealer, the
5
two heroes
seconds
that
remaining.
we talked about last game. Like Alliance, if they want to have a good game, especially with the Nixon lineup, they had to win their 2 side lanes, and they did.
Yeah, they did.
They won really hard actually
Turn to
Yeah.
ban.
in those 2 side lanes. So they had all the stuff checked out, like what they need to do to push. Now they find themselves in game number 3. Really didn't expect that actually going into the series today. I'll be honest with you, because you know, a little bit shaky. They have been on their way back up
To ban.
ever since they beat the teams in tier 2 in Epic League.
They've been
Last game, that was so nice.
Yeah, I think as the DPC draws closer, a lot of these teams just kind of let the quality drop over the online season, are going to start to find their passion again. And I think this break over the Christmas period is going to do a lot, and I think we're going to see things really shake up. Just something slightly unrelated to this game. Do you think we're going to see much shuffling going on before the DPC?
It's possible. I wouldn't be surprised. I think especially in Southeast Asia, there's going to be some shuffles. I'm not so sure if there's like in other regions what it's gonna look too much like. I know definitely in SEA there's gonna be quite a bit happening. There's a lot of really good players available. In Europe, possible. Maybe teams like Mud Golems, for example, who've been struggling for the past couple of weeks and such. But teams like Virtus.Pro, nah.
5 seconds
Alliance, probably not.
No, these teams, they've been kind of grinding through this online period with the idea of, playing towards the DPC. These are the squads they've made since last, basically, since the last shuffle. And they want to see these teams play at TI before anybody shuffles or switches around, to see if they've got that magic, and everyone believes they do, because otherwise they wouldn't be.
Yeah, most definitely.
10
It's more
seconds
about building up your team, having that
5
cohesion.
seconds remaining.
That matters more than just changing up a player.
Yeah.
Because all these guys, they play a lot of Dota, and they play plenty of Dota. Ooh, and Alliance steal the Mars instead of banning it out. They do have the pick out of the phase. They take that away from VP. That being said, this DP is gonna be the mid then, and Mars is most likely gonna be the off lane. I don't think I can say I've seen Limp play Mars before. There are some teams that are willing to put Mars mid, but I'm not sure Alliance is. It's gonna look like a S4 Mars, Limp on the Death Prophet, more XP, maybe collapse onto Sven's lane at some point. EXO and the Siphons. VP now, they see the position 3 and the 2 now, so I wouldn't be surprised for them to just pick up the mid laner as early as now. Viper, Invoker banned out, and Queen of Pain. 3 big heroes for GPK. This, again, another bad Kunkka game. I love watching him play Kunkka, but even though he buys Aghanims, it's really good with him. Go with the Phoenix. They take that away from Alliance as well. They didn't want to see Alliance get Phoenix Mars combo. Sven does not like to play against Egg.
No, he does not. No, this Phoenix is a pretty menacing hero, especially when comboing it up with anything like the Mars. So they'll take for themselves on VP. I mean, I quite like it with Sven as well. Any AoE stun, and I instantly like Phoenix much, and they definitely have that.
It looks like Alliance They're gonna take the carry again. And no, they're not. They're gonna wait for the carry to pick, right? Because they don't want to let BP pick this offlaner to counter the carry here, which is very much possible. It would be not a good idea for them. But again, Alliance have been picking like Lifestealer game in this position. Lifestealer might be the one hero that is okay because hard to draft against or try to beat him in the lane, but BP already banned that out. They don't really have that option of like, this carry who just doesn't really care what he lanes in.
I stroked my beard in anticipation. I'm going to say Alliance are going to pick up.
You know, no man, this is a very tense situation for Virtus.Pro. Because they've been dominating a lot. Exactly, and they're one game away from elimination, right? They've been, oh, there it is, they're dying. They didn't ban it. They didn't ban it first phase, they didn't ban it second phase on BP. They thought it's a 5 Shadow Demon, and the Undying is out. Now they got their own big team fight skill, like to counter up with the egg here with the tomb. Then Haste playing against Undying. This means possible Snapfire pickup from Virtus.Pro, I think.
Yeah, it's gotta be
they're gonna need something like that. Yeah, they need it, I think. Don't have many other choices. Pop could have been nice.
Don't think I want to see the Mirana from Virtus.Pro though. A, because I can't remember them playing it, and B,
it won't. There's no way they're going to fit. I will shave my head no matter if they pick. Though it's already pretty short.
Pretty short, yeah. That's not much of a flip. I think you've frozen for me. Oh, there we go. You're going like maybe 1 frame a minute. It's okay. There we go.
Philippines internet. Shout out. Internet in the Philippines happens. Bloodseeker offlane. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this Bloodseeker pick is to lane against the Undying, right? Because Undying steals strength, Bloodseeker agility hero, wouldn't mind too much, and has a lot of sustain in the lane. That being said, Bloodseeker plus Phoenix is not a very good combo. Bloodseeker likes to lane with these disable heroes that can make sure his blood right lands, like Tiny, Rubik, even Venge. But Phoenix though, they really got caught off guard with the Undying.
Yeah, overall this Virtus.Pro draft is just lacking in stuns. Like they're really lacking. All they've got is Stormhammer, and you don't want your carry player to be the only one with that stun. So they really need something at mid. I'm thinking Zeus for Virtus.Pro. Sorry, not Zeus. Storm Spirit for Virtus.Pro. I think that would kind of fill in their draft. It's a little greedy, but I think.
Yeah, I like it too. I like Storm. I like Void Spirit. One of the Spirit bros. Void Spirit is probably a little bit better because it allows you to fight early on.
Yeah, true. It's less greedy.
5 seconds remaining.
Storm is like, it has a chance to get.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Ban out the puck on a.
Yeah, true. And Void's just less counterable as well. So they ban the Alliance. Very surprised about that actually. I don't think Virtus.Pro are going to go for that. But I guess they could have. I guess they could have at least seen.
Oh, they definitely could have. Right? Yeah. The coil for the Sven, and then also the egg, Bloodseeker Blood Right. It's all pretty good. But VP definitely needs something that's like a little bit faster than Puck even. And that's where I think like the one the Spirit Bros could be good. But most likely Void Spirit is what I would love to see. VP has such a big problem with that.
Could be an option, as I think we might have lost Theban temporarily again. The Filipino internet not doing its best at the moment, but final 40 seconds of this pick for Virtus.Pro. You're coming in and out, don't worry.
Gotta refresh this real quick.
Yeah, so final pick for Virtus.Pro, looking for that mid laner. Void Spirit's up prediction. Ember could possibly an option. Storm as well, depending on what they will go for. I mean, it is GPK. He does love playing Storm Spirit, but that's the main thing influencing my the directions. Don't think there's much available other than with the amount of bans that have been on board for Alliance.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Yeah, they go Snapfire. Okay, all right. This was mentioned earlier on. Definitely a good option for Virtus.Pro. Just takes down that tombstone, gives them something to deal with it, and also does play quite early, and then you can get that with the Agnims. throw in like the Beaker or something.
10 seconds remaining.
So they were weighing their options, right? Are we gonna take something to kill the
5
tome, or
seconds
are we gonna pick something that can run around them? They actually opted for the Snapfire instead. There's a hero that can do a lot of damage. Not that amazing against Shadow Demon though. Very good against.
You may now select your
And they go with the
heroes.
last pick, Nico Baby, Juggernaut. Ooh, Juggernaut into Guardian Angel. It's okay.
Yeah.
Seeker, I mean, Undying Juggernaut also not gonna have the biggest kill threat,
Well,
but still a very strong combo. Every time I see Nico Baby play Jug, he just has like the freest game.
he does. Yeah, and honestly, it's not that like. So usually we're pretty worried about this this Omni Knight into Juggernaut thing, but you've got yourself Hanskin playing this Shadow Demon. If he wants to, he can go. I mean, he'll definitely go Aether. He can go Blink, but he's gonna be there to purge off that GA and make sure that Nico Baby can land these ultimates when they need them to. So yeah, I actually really like this Jug pick. I think it's very nice. Gives you some kill potential on that egg. And a lot of counters here as well. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Jug pick. Is it enough to bring the favor into Alliance's side? I'm not sure. I think this is the most even draft we've had so far. Look at the laning phase. I think it looks pretty good for Alliance again, but Alliance have been pretty solid in their lanes so far. It's about the fights, it's about the team fights, and when it comes down to that, I'm struggling to call this one, honestly. I think I'm gonna be slightly Virtus.Pro leaning. Slightly.
All right, I'll take a line. Why not? Yeah, I like the heals. I like that they made VP. They cornered VP into a draft where they don't have a whole lot of disables.
Yep.
And VP is a team that likes to play with a lot of disables. They like to make the game simple for them. It's like one hero kill hero. You know, that's just their style. But this game, Bloodseeker Phoenix offlane, and their best stun is like a Sven once again. Unless GPK goes completely ham in this laning stage, there's gonna be a lot of disable problems for VP.
There are indeed. Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I can see the issues, but at the same time, it's Omni Sven. Come on, it's Omni Sven. As long as they don't get too
bled
out by the Shadow Demon, then
it bled last game.
yeah. And this
They took it out one time. They don't have the Timber though this game. That's true. And S4 is a little bit more vulnerable on a hero like Mars.
yeah.
But I still believe in the S5 head.
Okay, all right, let's
this
see who
game.
will come out ahead here in game at number 2 as we start things off with a pause, just getting things sorted out, some internet's plugged in, some cables rejigged as we get started. It is an elimination match. It comes down to one final game between these two teams, Alliance versus Virtus.Pro, who is going to take the victory and move on in this tournament in the lower bracket, and who is going to lose and have to stay home. Everyone's staying home. It's COVID, but you know, go home. We can't say that because it's not a land, so that's all we're left with. Say's Phoenix was very good in game number 1 as well. It doesn't quite have the same freedom this time, I don't think. Last time they had so much AoE with the Sven and with the Queen of Pain, just protecting the egg. I mean, maybe they do with the Snapfire, but I kind of feel like the Jug can just run in and start smashing it, and they've got the arena to try and like give them the space they need to destroy this egg if it gets too aggressively poked. So I don't think Saves is free to drop these supernovas down as he wants in game number 1.
He really isn't. There isn't a whole lot of protection from him. He's gonna need DM to be very farmed and tank up a lot so he can run in and create a lot of chaos. Same with Epileptic Kid. Bottom, Mars versus Shadow Demon lane. Sven should have a pretty good time here. He's not going to be too afraid of dying, I want to say, because the Omni isn't really going to leave him at any point in time. But as for, he might be in trouble when Hanskin goes for that 4-minute power room bottom in game number 1. VP doing that thing where they just go really aggressive when the enemy support leaves the lane.
See how these lanes seem to go. I'm certainly interested to see which way it will fall, because Alliance have been pretty dominant in the laning phases in the series so far. Virtus.Pro, they've got I still don't think they've got strong lanes. Like they just don't seem to care. They're just like, you know what? Screw the lanes. We'll just come back by fighting. young versus the old as well. You know, VP, there's so much young talent on this squad. Almost every single player is relatively unknown for the past kind of year or 2 years, and has recently kind of come in and has just started beating everyone. It's been very exciting to watch. A couple of players which we have watched grow over this year-long period as well. Ilias has been around for a while. He was with Na'Vi, GPK of course, started a Gambit and then moved up from there. What do I think?
That VP that won multiple majors.
The battle begins.
Oh, that's a really hard thing to say, because there's something special about that VP, but there's something special about this VP. I think, yeah, they've got the potential, sure.
I think so too. I think this team has so much potential. As long as they're not like a one-patch wonder. Next patch we'll see how it goes. But if this team, because that VP was like strong in almost every patch, right? They just didn't perform as well as people expected them to at TI.
Yeah, it's a major downfall. Hopefully this VP doesn't suffer from the same curse as the old ones, as FNG starts his lane by bullying the Phoenix. Gonna turn around with hits. Nick will fight up. Meanwhile down lane we got a disruption coming out as S4 setting up the God's Rebuke onto Ilias, just getting as much damage as they can onto his Omni, even going in for some body blocks with the illusions as well to get a little bit of a couple of extra hits in onto this Omni.
Hey, he also gets a Basilius every time he disrupts the Omni Knight. A little bit of mana regen too. Feels good, man.
Certainly does. Certainly does. So yeah, side lanes we're saying kind of slightly Alliance favored in probably both of the lanes, which is always worrying, but maybe they can do something as DM. Getting very low here to Nico Baby. That spin along with the decays is quite scary. Nico Baby nearly takes him down. Gotta be cautious. Meanwhile, bottom, S4 also getting chased away by Ilias. Good. That's the thing, Epileptic Kid will always be able to fall back to the jungle. It doesn't really matter how the Sven's lane goes, he's always able to come back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of zoning going on in the top lane. Bloodseeker got very low after the soul rip, and now he's been a creep wave for some time. He's only got 3 last hits time being. Nico Baby looking to get that boot and just try to spin onto the Bloodseeker again once Jug is level 3. This is a very
pretty heavy hits from Limp at mid. Has to get back under the tower and pop himself a couple of tangos to stay alive as Limp and him continue trading quite violently. Well, bottom, Ilias taking some hits, but Epileptic Kid actually turning it around to S4 and giving him a decent amount of harassment. With that Heavenly Grace, they don't really want to turn around and hit the Omni Knight. Got that bonus strength on and their health regen and all that good stuff.
So far, lanes are looking pretty decent for Alliance. Thought mid lane could be a bit hard for Death Prophet, but Limp is playing so aggressively. Up here, GPK is struggling to just find last hits even. 8 to 14, and the wave is coming back up on hill.
Yeah, Limp's having a great time in this middle lane, dominating as a Death Prophet. That's the thing about Snapfire is that she can't play from that far away. Her right-click range is very, very small, at least for a ranged hero, and Limp is just going to continuously take advantage of that with the Spirit Side.
Top lane.
Harassment, but yeah, this is a problem for DM, or it's not apparently. They just want to keep on chasing him away, keep on controlling him up. They've got the creep wave coming in, don't need to overextend for any kills, just keep the harassment going onto him and force him to...
Got boots now, pops the mango, ready for that next Blade Fury. He just needs FNG to maybe get 2 decays out onto the Bloodseeker first. And DM is like very safe, playing extremely safe in this lane. He's only got 9 last hits because of how far back he's needed to be.
Yeah, he's not having a good lane to start off with here. And FNG's in, but he also take himself a few creeps as well.
Up into 2, and then getting the pull off. Yeah, FNG's spectacular job up in this top lane, just playing for the XP first. Again, this lane only gets harder for Bloodseeker.
Certainly not going to get easier anytime soon. He's going to have to come up with another way to play in this early game if he wants to have much game impact here. I mean, I imagine it's just going to be a case of they'll try and play with the lanes and get him to farm under his tower and then maybe start rotating in some other lanes or even jungling with a flood, right? It's possible. It doesn't feel good to do so, but it's possible. Or maybe his team put pressure elsewhere and just try and draw away the support and get FNG out of the lane and then put it into a 1v1. But even then, I still think the Jug is fine by himself.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, this is just a product of having a Phoenix support with the Bloodseeker. These blood rights, you know, can't be guaranteed onto these heroes. So Alliance can constantly make better trades. Look at mid, man. Oh my god. Limp. 33 to 19. GPK is just jungling.
Playing the smackdown on this game. This is GPK. This guy
Oh, he wants to steal the rune too.
Often. Oh,
Limp,
no.
he steals his rune.
In the wound. GPK is left high and dry. He tries to come in.
Just absolute dominance. Alliance.
Able to secure that range creep at the very least for himself, but still GPK by no means happy. He's gonna have to walk back to base to get that mana back, to get that bottle refilled. Maybe he's gonna try and lane, but to be honest, I think he's probably just sitting in the jungle. Meanwhile, S4 is being real peppered in this bottom lane by Virtus.Pro. They are not happy with this Mars' existence, and they keep on getting his health ball down real low, so he's gonna have to lane back to base. It's actually the poorest of all the cores in the game right now. Being very much bullied by
He's not a Timbersaw this game against the Omni Sven, so there's a lot of harass damage that's quite annoying for him, but that's okay. His top and mid lane are doing so well. FNG coming in for the rune. Okay, he does have the kisses ready.
Yeah, might be tempted to drop a tombstone here. Double damage is found. Save, he's going to pick it up and probably looking to finish off FNG here. I wouldn't be surprised. In comes that soul rip and a jump forward from Save, but Handskin's ready. Drops down the disruption. They've got the ultimate from Limp here as well, but actually GPK is going to throw in the one of his kisses. Can he track Limp though? Doesn't look like he can. The DP's a little bit too squittily for him to bring him down. Meanwhile, Ilias comes in from the side, looking to help out with this one. They can't find the tombstone though. And that means that there's not much they can do about it. It's a little bit too far back with this.
Oh, DM also TPing.
Oh man,
yeah, they want to protect mid lane bad. There's a lot of rotations coming out from VP, and I think Alliance should be quite happy with that. Just a little bit of chip damage, force the glyph away, free farm for the Juggernaut top. They get the Omni out of bottom. That leaves S4 to get some space too.
He's got creeps under his tower as well, so he's been pretty happy to get himself a couple of small creeps, get himself back into the game a bit. Still a long way off though.
DM though. DM is very fast. 455, 60 MS, you know, a lot of battling happen on the map, so it just walks right back top. Nico Baby not yet level 6. Gonna get pressured up a little bit by these two. Where's his items on Nico? Ah, he's got a Morbid Mask. He's going for that straight Mask of Madness first before the face boots. So when he pops that Omni Slash, he's gonna have crazy amount of DPS. Definitely the best build on Jug.
We predicting Mask of Madness into Midas, like we've seen certain heroes do on.
No.
Going for a different route.
Juggernaut is not Faceless Void. He doesn't even.
You say that, but you know, if there was a game to do it, a game with a Phoenix in it, doesn't seem too bad with the attack speed, but no, I'm not.
It's got a broom handle so far, looking for that Iron Talon if possible. I guess the big play right now we're looking for is Limp with his next EXO. Is he gonna make another play onto mid, or is he gonna go bottom? Game is starting to slow down right now as the heroes are getting to like level 5, level 6 areas, and both teams kind of just respecting the power levels of each other.
Yeah, there is a lot of respect, and everybody's kind of just tiptoeing around each other.
No first blood.
No first blood, no. Last game we wait until we had an ultimate, I think in the bottom lane, until we saw first blood. I believe that was a Mars, I want to say, so.
No, it was S4 on his Timber.
Oh yeah. Onto the Omni Knight, and here we go down to the bottom lane. They're going onto the Mars S4. He is absolutely going to get his mushroom sauteed down here by GPK with the rotation in, with the Monolith's Kiss, and the God Strength from the Sven. Goodbye, little Mars. They made the rotation.
Yeah, and GPK.
Very nice.
He also gets the first blood. He really needed that because he was falling very far behind the DP, almost 1,000 gold.
Oh yeah.
Look what he's queued up this game. Is this the Thompson build? Is it?
Looking like
gonna be that first item, E-Blade? Gold Scepter, first item queued up. I mean, it's pretty good against Juggernaut. That's for sure.
Really is. And should protect you from the exorcisms for a while as well, right? When you use it on yourself.
Yeah, but the siphon is just slow. So you typically don't see the Ghost Scepter come out against DP.
Yeah, it is really quiet laning phase. Like DM's just chilling top, laning into the Juggernaut, hasn't ruptured him or anything. They're just kind of trading creeps. Which, honestly,
There it
he's
is.
doing really well. He's actually above the Juggernaut in net worth now, so DM has come back in this lane massively.
Ever since Undying left top and DM walked back top, he's been having a pretty good time. And bottom lane, they're gonna pop the Exo there. First tower being taken. And the second tower top for Virtus.Pro, as they brought a lot of heroes up here, committing to this.
Yep. Just making that mirror movement, trading the bottom tower from the top tower. We see it all the time. It's, well, no one really cares, to be honest. The carry just means the carry's probably going to move to the opposite lanes. I'll do the old switcheroo, and life will go on as normal.
Sven having a much better game this time around, not having to lane into the Timber. Level 8.5. Top the net worth even more than this Death Prophet, who was just giving GPK the beating.
Yeah, everyone's
doing it.
He's out.
He's doing it, by the way. He's going for that E-Blade on GPK. So you guys are watching Nico Baby farm this beautiful stack. But to mention that Hobson E-Blade Snapfire build is right now.
Yep. Are they looking towards the middle tier 1 tower? Fortification immediately comes out from Alliance. S4, FNG, they are here. But now the Rupture comes down onto S4. He's trying to run himself away. Unfortunately, FNG, well, the Cookie actually sends Sven down to low ground, making it a little bit longer. FNG's actually going to be able to heal himself up, drop the Flesh Golem, and now maybe turn things around. Sven controlled up inside that arena, taking a decent amount of damage as the Mortal Kids come through, but won't do a whole lot of work. And now the ultimate thrown down onto Sven. That Demonic Purge is on top of him, but Supernova is response from Virtus.Pro, forcing Alliance back again as FNG's just burning up, but is going to be kept alive by the healing ward just about. So a very interesting engagement here at mid. No one actually falling. Still just one kill in this game despite having a team fight. Nobody died.
Just dropping all the ults just to help each other, keep each other alive. I mean, Nico Baby still does have his Omni Slash. He can maybe drop onto Ilias if he wants it, but there's a Guardian Angel already available. There are some Omni Knights that don't skill up the ulti right away, but knows how valuable this is.
Oh, he does.
Flash.
Yeah,
I hate this. This happened before, right?
It happened.
This happened before.
Which means we've got to say the full thing.
An Omni Slash.
Well, I think everyone's kind of just content as a cucumber to sit around and farm this game. No one really wants to make any plays. VP tried to push in for the middle tower. You trade a couple of ultimates, and they're just like, we'll call it even, and just went back to farming. And I thought, yeah, sure, agreed. Want to make any moves either. They've got this Juggernaut, which they feel is farming up pretty damn nicely. He's heading in towards this Battle Fury to try and farm up even quicker. Meanwhile, Sven, he is going in towards the Echo Saber and getting some ancient stacks for himself as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
S4 really that core that's just struggling at the moment to try some farm. He's also just in the hardest lane at the moment, waiting for creeps to come into him. He's quite far again away from this Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Really have any options to run around and use his arena. DM, but he doesn't really have backup quite yet.
Doesn't really want to be finding engagements until he has that Blink Dagger and Virtus.Pro. They want to push him down even further. They're moving heroes over, but S4, his game sense is sharp, and he TPs back into the smoke for his team. So escape into a smoke to look for some revenge, or maybe look for a kill at mid. GPK would be a great
Could be a big kill here.
Yep.
And the tower take right after. They want to pop the Exo here.
And Skin gets the disruption. A Cookie comes in to hold back Limp. Is it going to make a difference? I don't think so. Arena comes down. The damage is through, and they will get him down. The Sunray is just a little bit too late. Now they've got the Supernova to try and save the Sven. It's a pretty nice job, but they have to deal with these tombstones first, and they are struggling to do that. The Sunray across is going to deal a little bit of damage to the Mars as they force Alliance back, but not nearly enough. And now they can come back in and look to take this tower. Virtus.Pro, I think, have kind of lost their spider. Now the Omnisash comes through, jumps himself back around around all over the place and will be able to finish off save. FNG will get the kill. Fortification used to get that split shot on the tower, but the middle tier 1 surely will fall here, though I say that. The Sven's coming back in. DM's here as well, throwing down the blood rights, but it doesn't matter. Alliance have taken it. They get the tier 1 first, and that is a big step forward for them. But will Virtus.Pro want to make a similar play when they are all back alive again?
I don't think they can. They don't have the Gosh strength available.
No God's
One
strength,
more
no
minute left.
Supernova.
Yeah, and no easy just initiation form right now. Actually, Bloodseeker does have the Atos. Maybe they can use that to try and do something, but they need to take this mid tower back right now.
Radiant structures
Alliance,
are
when that
fortified.
Exo's back up, they're just gonna invade your triangle and never leave if they have the option, so. You can see VP just grouping up around the mid, but it's nighttime. Gonna have to go pick up the bounty runes first.
Do indeed. Around. Get them little stashes of gold as VP mount their attack. Yeah, they do really want to force this, huh? They've got a catapult. War cries come in, start dealing some damage to the tower. There is no fortification available from the Radiant, and immediately just unleashing onto the FNG. But yeah, he managed to get out on Tombstone. That means Virtus.Pro can't really fight into this. Like, they have no way to jump in and destroy that Tombstone, so they will just have to back themselves off. Big problem that GPK can't actually come in and kill off this Tombstone most of the time.
For a very long time under this tier 1 tower. Exo's up in 20 seconds. Ooh, they're gonna drop the ulti for this.
All right. Alliance, they're finally gonna say, hey, you know what, guys? You can take it. You've earned it. You've done a good job. And now, well, the Multiple Kisses with the Supernova is gonna finish Handskin, but it's only Handskin. This is a pretty good trade, all things considered, for Alliance. As now, Virtus.Pro, they won't have their God Strength, they won't have their Supernova, they won't have their Multiple Kisses, like a ton of ultimates on cooldown for them. Alliance pretty much have free reign of the map now for the next kind of minute.
Yeah, they got that level 2 army slash up. DP about to hit level 12 as well. Her level 2 EXO. They could just go Roshan actually. 70 seconds down on the Sven's ultimate.
Have to come back here.
Gotta be tempting. Still only 4 kills
Gotta be.
in this game.
For the twin.
Having
Very slow game right now.
one.
They just want the items. They just want to get their timings. They don't want to mess up one bit. This is an elimination game.
One kill every 4 minutes is what we're saying on. And Nico
Doesn't feel like Dota, does it?
Fury. It doesn't. He's nearly there though. He just needs to finish off this ancient camp, and he is going to have that Battle Fury completed. 17 minutes, and he's got himself a Mask of Madness and a Battle Fury and Phase Boots. Feeling pretty good on the Juggernaut. Not spectacular, but pretty damn good.
He will be able to keep up with the Sven. The problem for Nico Baby this game is definitely just the Guardian Angel. Oh, top. They got one.
Oh dear, yeah, they go fishing and they catch themselves a DM fish who gets taken down very, very quickly inside that arena. And that'll be that. Tower probably to
And the tower too. Level 2 EXO. So VP, you know what that means? Enemies down a big key spell. Let's try to do something ourselves.
She was
Look at
now
Nico Baby,
and then
but-
gonna try and go into Nico Baby the cookie. It was a nice idea, but it doesn't quite land, and that means the Juggernaut's going to be able to spit himself to safety.
Is under attack.
I'm not sure even if that cookie did land, they would have been able to do something with it. They have no stuns really. Like the Sven stun has a projectile speed, and by then Juggernaut would have just been able to Blade Fury. Kick him out of the lane at least, right? That's what we're able to accomplish.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Virtus.Pro, what is their idea for play? Do they want to try and position themselves for Roshan? Do they want to try and take this final tier 1 tower at bottom? Or do they want to invade the enemy jungle, get some vision down, and start setting themselves up for a more aggressive mid game?
They might just want to wait for the BKB first. Oh no, they smoked under a ward. And they're about, what, 800, 700 gold away from this BKB too? Ooh, if this goes bad for them because of this ward. Oh, the Ruptured Illusion.
Yeah, that illusion was well within smoke range as well, but you know, DM a little bit premature, just you know, really wanted to rapture that profit. Know how he feels.
That feels bad. That smoke absolutely doing nothing. Epileptic Kid just goes back, farms up. That was definitely not a call from Epileptic Kid. Every time he calls for a smoke, it's when he's got like a plea item.
Yeah.
Somebody maybe getting a little bit premature. That play. Ilias does have another smoke ready though.
That he does, ready to go again, but this time they're going to be fighting ultimates into ultimates because this Death Prophet does have Herexism back. They have Arena, they have everything on Alliance, so I'm not even sure if they want to try and go for this, but I guess with this BKB on the horizon for Epileptic Kid, it's probably a good time for them to try and make some action happen.
I think I'm starting to remember there was a time where Juggernaut fought against Omni Knight, and I think it was also Nico Baby who did it, and he had like a nullifier that time. It worked out pretty well that game, if I recall correctly.
I think it did too.
Radiant
I think I
are
won that game.
scanning.
I'm impressed by it. I seem to remember that one.
Oh yeah, it was against Mud Golems.
What was it?
Omni, Sven as well.
Is under attack.
Yeah.
And they actually picked the Juggernaut into the Omni Knight. There's a lot of people who always doubt like
Radiant's
Jug into Omni, but you know, Alliance are pretty confident with it. Here's the Roshan.
is under attack.
Nico Baby still bottom though. He's not coming back yet. Defend this rush play. How's this tier 2 tower?
And let's not forget, they've also got the Shadow Demon Demonic Curse. They don't even necessarily need the nullifiers. They go for this Roshan. Arena's going to come down. S4 trying to make something happen here, but unfortunately you can't stop them taking Roche. Now the Aegis goes into the hands of Epileptic Kid. Alliance, they're still going in for this. They really want to try and squeeze this lemon, but the Sven's going to just finish that TP, get himself away. DM might not be so lucky as S4 tries to run him down. Nico Baby running forwards with the spin spear, just about connects onto DM, and Nico Baby should be able to bring him down, although he's invisible. He's got the glimmer. He's running one way. Are they going to predict this? DM turns around, throws down the Atos to hold back the DP. He's running to the trees, turns around again with the Blood Right, trying to get himself out. The Crit Swarm won't quite reach, neither will the Poison. Got another magic cloak here as he runs himself away. Glimmer Cape down to the south. Does he actually get out of it? They still see him though. DM, he has to try and get himself away with the TP. They don't predict it with the spear because the spear's not available, and he will get himself away. The great escape from DM.
Dude, VP literally just got away with murder, right? They got the Aegis. They had to pop BKB. They had to do everything to just get the Sven out of there. The one hero that Alliance might have been able to kill also survives, and they bought so much time while Epileptic Kid was able to push his bottom lane all the way to a tier 1 tower, and now he has God Strength again. That's how much time DM just bought them. Yeah, and Alliance don't have EXO anymore.
Top tower is under attack.
Next minute gonna be a bit rough.
Bottom tower
What a
has
messy
fallen.
Roche though, like what a messy Roche. It took them such a long time to make the decision to actually go into that pit, and then they were just getting rained on by the spit of Mortimer, and that stuff
Top
burns.
tower has fallen.
Definitely. But Alliance, you know, I think they should be just happy with splitting up the map right now. I don't think Nico Baby really feels comfortable joining up in the team fights quite yet.
Bottom tower is under
He wants to play that split push game. He knows he's pretty invincible because there's no way to stop this spin TP. And BP constantly gonna have to go back and defend.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's Epileptic Kid. He's going for the basher. He knows he needs this. Like, oh wait, what? Gosh, Strength? That was a misclick. Oh boy, they're gonna see this too. Head out.
Yep, they are. Epileptic Kid, he's just like, I don't even need this spell. So yeah, game's gonna slow down even more now, folks. You thought because we had a Aegis, we were gonna be going for it, but nope.
They can't. They really can't without the Gosh Strength.
What's this overlap?
It's kind of.
Be? So he's got 80 seconds until it's back. He's got 2 minutes. So yeah, basically, he's gonna have about 90 seconds to make a play with this Aegis now. Not ideal.
Dire's top tower.
They're
is under
looking
attack.
for a fight right now. Even though there's an Aegis up, like they know without the Gosh Strength, they can't battle, right? So smoke up from Alliance, very good call from them.
Tower is under
S4.
attack.
I'm not sure they want to go on the Bloodseeker. He's definitely the tankiest hero on the side of VP, apart from the Sven. He's got a plate mail, a glimmer cape, plenty of magic resistance.
Right. And don't forget that 6 armor talent. Wait.
Yeah, holy smokes. 50. Wait, is that right? 52 magic resist on the Bloodseeker? I think it's just bugged probably for me. Oh yeah, he has another
I've
shot.
got that as well. Yeah, he's got
that's
another
why.
shield. Yeah. Good luck killing DM. This is one tanky little dude.
Right, he's sitting on 44 armor.
Jesus.
Radiant's bottom tower is
72%
under
physical
attack.
resist. And that's
You don't want to jump the Bloodseeker, that's for sure.
you do not. That would be considered a bad move. Oh, yeah, good.
Check out. Walk around.
They're gonna go in. This time it's gonna be the Undying first. He's gonna just straight up pop the Tombstone, and they want to turn around and destroy this one on VP. So they're gonna throw out a couple of spells whilst GPK gets to work, destroy the Tombstone, does so. S4 trying to play around that Tombstone. Meanwhile, Supernova incredibly brave and gets killed off pretty instantly. Meanwhile, Nip has to put the BKB to stop himself getting killed off by the Mother's Kisses. Epileptic Kid comes forwards, looking for the Juggernaut. Nico Baby can't quite get the dodge onto that stun. Now he has to play around. Handskin, uh-oh, he gets found. Now the Omnislash comes through onto the Sven. Can he do enough damage to actually bring down his first life? He can, but now Nico Baby's in some trouble. He's done stuff for a little bit longer, getting back to his team, regrouping on Alliance, but they are 2 men down. They can't take this engagement. They're going to take the Aegis, and they're going to leave.
That's also a double buyback from VP though. That's a 2 for 2 and 2 buybacks from VP. So huge win from Alliance. Sven did have an Aegis. He had to pop the Omni there. I'm not sure if he had to, but he did. It was like 30 seconds left on that Aegis, so he's going to be happy about that at least. Kid. Omni going to be on cooldown for some time. Also the EXO. I don't think VP is done. They want to keep going right now while Alliance don't have these 2 big key teamfight spells.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hammering down now on the middle tier 2 tower. GPK blasting away with the little shredder. Spell feels
Oh, Mars.
a bit nice.
No, S4. He's so dead here.
Man, this is not a
He
neighborhood you want to
TP'd.
be hanging around in. Didn't your mum and tell you?
Lord.
Bye-bye. Handskin throws in the disruption, you know, it makes his suffering last a little longer. Thank you, Handskin, but that is most definitely a dead Mars.
S4 only had 1 death and now to back instantly. Feels bad, man. He TP'd into a vision, like a ward, right? Lions didn't have any vision on the bottom side either.
I'll take that as tribute.
Maybe he should have been a bit more careful with where he was going when he revived. It's okay. He has another 40-second timeout to think about his decisions. What he wants to do next.
Think about his mistakes. Think about what he's done. Child. 2 minutes until Roshan could spawn. That is when the timer's going to start, and that is when we shall know the next objective for both these teams. But Virtus.Pro, they're feeling strong. Even though there's no real gold advantage here, they just feel like Epileptic Kid's a king.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's not, though. Jug is just as far as him. They are neck and neck at this point, and Nico Baby's heading his way rather alarmingly quickly towards an Skadi. And it's interesting comparing the 2 items, because Nico Baby's clearly going in for these bigger items, and when he hits his Skadi, I think he's going to feel much stronger than the Sven. Sven, meanwhile, he's going for the more budget items. Vanguard, which he's obviously going to turn to Abyssal very shortly. Echo Saber, Mask of Madness, you know, Nico Baby has one as well, but BKB's not exactly a huge item either. It's all about the little build-ups for Epileptic Kid to try and make him feel stronger earlier on, whilst Juggernaut's just trying to maximize his farming potential and get these big items on.
But Nico Baby is not going to be able to feel comfortable split pushing into the high ground as well anymore because of the Abyssal Blade that Epileptic Kid
True.
goes up. Now you have a way to be able to cancel that Blade Fury echo. Got that Skadi complete. It is really nice in slowing heroes down. Stay on top of them. There's a lot of healing coming out from Virtus.Pro as well. Phoenix, the Omni Knight. Interesting. Look at this play right here. Oh, Nico, I think he gets spotted out on the creeps though, possibly. Smoke up.
Dire's bottom tower is
They're
under
coming in.
attack.
Virtus.Pro.
This is a tense situation.
It is.
This is it. It's a big fight.
10 kills only.
Going the other way, though.
30-minute game. It looks like they might actually just ignore each other. Let's see. GPK might be the target they want to jump on. Jump Hit Arena's going to come down. They're going to try and target GPK, but the Abyssal Blade comes out from the Sven, immediately turning it around onto the Mars. He's dead instead, but they need to get themselves down. Now the Ethereal Blade comes out onto himself, but they immediately turn around and try and deal the egg. But Epileptic Kid, he's doing so much damage, they will kill the egg, but it's a high cost. Nico Baby, he needs to turn around and use the Omnislash. Will do exactly that, but he's doing no damage due to the GA. Meanwhile, they'll just about keep the Death Bomb alive for a little bit longer. Yules as well. They're keeping her alive, but unfortunately, the Jug is down. Maybe they can kill the Snapfire as Sven falls as well to the damage of Flip. I can't believe they kept this Death Prophet alive, but they did, and they will take the fight because of it. 2 heroes remaining on Alliance, 1 hero left on the side of Virtus.Pro. A scrappy, brutal engagement. Alliance narrowly coming out on top, but really, I mean, it's quite a hollow victory. You lose your Juggernaut, you lose your Mars, but nevertheless, Limp is a happy ghosty lady.
Oh, he's gonna have Shivas now. That's gonna make him even tankier. But man, Handskin, that disruption was on point onto the Death Prophet, and then the Euros come out. Yo, that Exo did so much damage in the fight. The Guardian Angel kept the Sven alive just long enough to bring the Jug down, but once that's down, you don't really have anything against this massive physical teamfight damage from Alliance. And I should also say, like, they committed a lot into killing that egg. That egg placement was so good because it allowed the Sven to just hit and do so much clear damage on the Jug and the Undying, and that's how they were able to even bring down FNG. If he was alive, the heals from him would have been extremely annoying as well.
My goodness, what a team fight from these 2 teams, really locking horns, and the clutch plays. I mean, Hanskin has to be a standout performer. Once again, the Shadow Demon proving to be the most value pick for Alliance in this series, turning the team fight around with that disruption onto the DP whilst her exorcism was still going on, and then she can turn around, get off the Spirit Siphon, heals herself up and survive that one. And now she's rocking up with the Shiva's Guard. She's playing with the big boys almost. 1.4k net worth, about to get 1.5. Very scary stuff, but Roshan is being taken by Epileptic Kid. They need to do something about this. They can't let him get away with this for free. They must know what's going on, but at the same time, do they? He's got a tombstone. What they right now pings out from FNG.
It's dying fast.
Yeah, they need to do this now. FNG, he's going to move across, uses the decay, sees what's going on, but it's just too late. They've taken down the Roshan already, and he's going to be able to take both the Aegis and the Cheese. I can't believe Alliance let it happen again, but they're going to try and make a play from this. Disruption comes out onto the Sven, but now he jumps forward. Abyssal Blade forward onto Nico, baby, along with the Supernova as well. Is there anything he can do against it? The spin away, but he gets bashed up and taken down by Epileptic Kid. They will kill off Nico, baby. They will be able to get the Supernova in response, but with this rupture out onto the DP, she's in some trouble, and there's a disruption bolt coming through and taking down Limp from the air. Wow. A very cool spell, aren't you? Meanwhile, oh dear, S4, I think he's could be okay. He's got a Blink Dagger in 3 seconds, a full stack of 1, turns around with a God's Rebuke, and will be able to get himself back to the high ground, but still Virtus.Pro taking that fight. I mean, to ask, like, what was with the hesitation? Why didn't Alliance go into that pit any sooner?
Well, they didn't know it was up already, and Shadow Demon wasn't nearby either. They had no intention of taking that engagement while the Omni Slash was still on cooldown, or even checking it. They weren't expecting BP to just go in like that. But as soon as they came out, they're like, oh guys, they have to use caution for this fight. Let's take the engagement, even if they have Aegis. But Sven still had about 7 seconds or so left. Use that time to just commit onto the Juggernaut. Big plays from Epileptic Kid to not like try to run away while it was running out, but try to kill the Jug instead. That last bash though, oh man, that was painful for Nico, baby. He was 100% out of there with that Blade Fury if he did not get hit.
I know. That one's really got to hurt. They'd already used a Rupture onto the DP as well, so it wasn't even like they had that one available to throw as he was running out.
They get a Rax.
Yeah, but S4 comes in, manages to catch the Bloodseeker out in Arena, but as we've seen before, this guy is absolutely yoked. Like, he is not going down easily. They're going to throw down the Demonic Purge, everything being dropped onto this Bloodseeker. He throws a Lotus Orb onto himself, but surely they can bring him down, and they will be able to do so eventually. The End's going to fight back, though. They want to make this into something, as they have to deal with the Tombstone first. Abyssal Blade across, though, on top of the Death Prophet. Death Prophet getting pretty low. The Omni Slash coming through as well, so Epileptic Kid is actually the one who's going to die, but that's only the Aegis, but it's also his God Strength. Supernova gets turned around upon, and they float that one up. Alliance look like they might be taking this engagement. Azilius is going to fall as well. Now they're just trying to run themselves away. The Spear moves Epileptic Kid over the cliffs, helping him out a little bit, but Hanskin comes across, use the disruption. That means he can get on top of him. Limp actually down to the low ground, won't get jumped on by Epileptic Kid. He's running them around in circles, but this Sven is most certainly going to fall here as a right-click connects. They bring down the Sven, they take this fight, and they get a buyback out of DM as well. So Alliance take a big slap back, but now they need to come running down mid and try and force out some of these buybacks or take a barrack of their own.
Oh, that Guardian Angel came out way too late. You cannot let your Sven die with his Goshen, even if he does have that Aegis up. Taking such a nice fight. I cannot believe. I thought Ezra was a madman to go in onto that Bloodseeker. but that worked out, and DM like was trying to sacrifice himself, but his team still got caught out.
Tower is under attack.
They just kind of, I don't know what the shot calling there was, but they were obviously trying to look for a weakness. They thought they'd found it, and they just overcommit. And now S4 throws down a zoning arena. Very nice.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
That's a
tower
Rax back.
Yep.
It's gonna be an even game again, Nomad. And guess what happens when VP's alive? They're gonna run back at them.
Oh, they're gonna run down mid. Okay. This tug of war in the middle lane continues as Lions take the barracks back, evening the score. I mean, there's still a ranged barracks alive for VP, so there's that. There's a DD here, though. Nico, baby. Oh, he's going to be tempted. He's going to be licking his lips and thinking, guys, is there anything we can do with this?
Yeah, I also want to mention...
How crazy are we feeling?
He doesn't have God Strength yet. I'm sorry, Omni Slasher. So he's gonna wait for that. They do have the bottled out the DD though. Next fight is gonna be pretty crazy. You know why? Shadow Demon has an Aghanims. He's gonna use that onto the Ven, and we're gonna see what this Omni Slasher is gonna be able to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You can chain them up, or you can just dump them all simultaneously for the burst damage. Honestly, a legitimate strategy.
Be fearless.
There's a lot Hanskin can do with this Aghanim. It's a really good pickup from him, and the range he can cast it from as well. Like that is like a screen away he can do it, because he's got the telescope and the Aether lens and the cast range talent.
That is a lot of range.
And he's got a blink dagger, by the way, so just in case you're worried, he's not going to get it off. Hanskin always gets it off.
What if you had that kind of range in real life? You know, Aether lens, telescope. You can be sitting at your computer, you know, using your
Reach my
arm to like reach into your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream, really. But,
Would be right now.
that dispel is going to be absolutely key, and also just slowing down the spend. Like, the guy does not have an axe. He is not quick. The only thing he's got is the abyssal blade to get on top of people. So
We've been seeing more of these Sven players not going for Aghanims. Feel like the other items providing more for them.
No, but Reddit said it's OP.
Well, that's the thing about meta, right? It's constantly changing.
Just because pro players know how to play into it as well doesn't mean it. Anyways, 8k gold advantage for Alliance. They have now got those ultimates up. The double damage is still available for the Juggernaut, and I imagine Alliance, they want to do something with this. VP walking straight into them. They are actually going to smoke up again. Their initial smoke didn't work out because Alliance just instantly backed off, right? They know they need all their skills up to be able to fight. Now VP going to do it again. This is like a 50-50 engagement into a DD Juggernaut. Could be huge. This could be huge. Virtus.Pro, if they can find the right engagement, this could still be good for them, but it's a big ask. It's a big ask. The Virtus.Pro instead. They see the DD? Maybe. They purge him. Oh, Sven, they get them, want to purge out onto him immediately. He has to go in. He has no other choice. The Supernova thrown down on top of them as well. Atletico trying to get his damage off. They focus down the Sven instead of the egg. Oh no! And now they're actually going to lose Nico, baby, and FNG and Hanskin simultaneously. Oh dear, there's just too much damage around his team. But Limp, he's still trying to make some plays here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to, though, as he's being kited out pretty badly as GPK finishes off S4 around the side. And, well, that's going to be fight over, folks. They will lose Ilias right at the end as Hanskin drops him. A very weird fight there. I mean, I think some of them went for the egg. Some of them went for Epileptic Kid. They couldn't make up their mind. How did the Sven survive that? Oh, the Shadow Demon Purge, it already ran out, right? Snapfire decided to jump into the backlines going for Hanskin, so he couldn't throw the Purges on anymore. So Nico Baby really hesitated in dropping that Omni Slash onto him. Because if the Guardian Angel comes out and if the Omni goes on cooldown, that's like the worst case scenario for Alliance. So he doesn't use it, he pops a spin, and that just made it such an awkward engagement for Alliance already. That being said, Limp's Death Prophet is still an absolute beast right now. Even though the Jug died, wasn't really able to get anything off. This Exo is just doing an insane amount of damage at the moment. Managed to hold off DP, and Juggernaut is back alive. It's like that fight really didn't accomplish anything for either sides, essentially. But one thing to say is apparently has a better cast range than Omni Slash. Because he actually popped the Abyssal before Nico Baby could get his Omni off, and that's how that fight even started off. Epileptic Kid, he's really quick. Yeah.
these plays right now.
I think with Telescope it gets close, but Abyssal Blade definitely. These fights, every single one has been so nail-bitingly close. Like that one, instance from losing both the Sven and the Egg. Instead, both survive. Alliance kind of lack the focus, and because the Jug is spinning, he can't really finish off the Sven, so it gets very awkward. Now we're back to well, an even game, which we've been saying a lot because it's true. It's very, very close. Roshan will be respawning in 10 seconds, and that is what everybody's eyes will be upon.
This one is huge though, as Pressure or Aghanims, both amazing for Alliance because DP wants a second Exo. VP also want a second God Strength. What they got?
The
Aghanims.
Yeah.
Then
both carries
he would love
real
it.
Bad.
Yep.
That's what Jug.
Yep. Both carries Juggernaut exactly. Get that quick slash. Whew. Getting tense. This is the big fight right here.
Hold me.
Radiant are scanning.
Satanic on Sven now.
I love Epileptic Kid. Like everyone else is just like, oh, don't go into Roche Pit. We gotta feel it out first. And Epileptic Kid just pops Walker and just kind of comes charging in like, yeah, Roshan. Like, no, Epileptic Kid. Wait, we need to do this tactically. Oh, okay, sorry guys.
Ooh, guess what GPK is? Level 25.
Oh no,
that's big.
Oh,
Daedalus.
No. He did so much damage in the last fight with this already, with level 20, and now he's level 25. This is gonna be berserk.
I mean, GPK has had such a bad, bad early game. We kind of forgot about him, didn't we? And now look at him.
Did. That's just.
I have better items than like. Oh, they really don't, huh?
What's up?
On BP, I was thinking maybe he has Spell Prism or something. Alliance get the Spell Prism, of course. Death Prophet, Spell Prism, big item.
What a bounty!
BP just holding back. Both teams really holding back here. Who's gonna make the first move? Who's gonna make the first play? Do Alliance go for it? Do Virtus.Pro go for it? Who wants to commit to the fights? Well, my question's been answered for me as Virtus.Pro. They want to go for it. They may well just find it. S4, he's a little bit separated from his team right now. This could be extremely costly if they find him. A blink away just in time. Is it enough to keep him alive? He's sitting behind this tree. He's disguising himself very well. They pop the tombstone. They need to go for this now.
Oh, they pop the Exo.
They dare back away. Alliance, they can't let them escape. They need to jump somebody here. And Skin, he's ready with the blink in and with the ultimate. The Rupture comes down onto S4 to try and control him up. And now Sven pops the God Strength and all hell breaks loose. S4's going to be the first target here. The Sven tries to get on top of him. Will be able to take him down. The only touch coming through to GPK. And then lose him on towards Epileptic Kid as well. They maybe try to cut through him. They try to cop the GL onto him, but immediately purged off by him. But it doesn't matter. They've got so much damage. The crit comes through, but the disruption as well to save Nico Baby's life. But he's running out of spells. He needs to get himself away from this. But he's just surrounded by heroes. Tries to fight up into DM. Meanwhile, the Sven just trying to deal with Epileptic Kid. They do deal with Epileptic Kid actually. Limp and S4 just turn around and tear the Sven apart. And they don't lose anyone on Alliance except for S4 and Undying, who both buy back into the engagement. And now they can run into this Roche Pit. And there's no way Virtus.Pro will be able to contest this one. Oh, and just in case they won it, by the way. A nice double damage. Gaben says, nice fight, guys. Here you go.
I'm so surprised that VP decided to take that fight. Epileptic Kid, he was sitting behind the trees, hoping to just gosh it and go in, even though Death Prophet already popped that Exo.
Man,
it looked like they could have just got out.
GPK was so out of position though. He tried to I think he tried to cookie up the high ground and just kind of drop everyone with his little shredder, which in fairness we've seen happen before. Like that spell's hella dope. But
they got omnied.
Yeah. And so his Omni wasn't there to save him, so
he saw Handskin and he took the opportunity to try and burst Handskin again. And that's what happened. Because as long as Handskin's alive with this Aghanim's Purge, the Sven can't really move around in the fights.
Nope. He's stuck. Now they start to take away in the second lane of Barracks. Bottom lane could be considered. Atos will slow him down. Yeah, that'll show him. Oh no, another Exo. Limp is ready. He's got that Spell Prism. One of his kisses coming on over the top, trying to force them away. Get off our high ground, god damn it. They are not listening. Alliance don't care. Spoiler's Kisses run out, and they are straight back up here. Tombstone even being dropped as well. An obnoxious Tombstone right in front of the tower, daring Virtus.Pro to come and kill it. Nico will spin. Sven's coming back, teeping into the middle of everybody. What is the play here, guys? Well, the sun comes down onto Sven, stopping him from really doing anything, but the Supernova is also out from him as the GPK jumps in and dumps a hell of a lot of damage into the side of Alliance. I'm not sure they can fight into this one as Yule's going to save the DP from the initial engagement. Now the arena comes down. They've got GPK. He's trapped inside the arena, and the Juggernaut will slice him up. No more Grandma. And now they look for more. Ilia's trying to get himself away. Epileptic Kid as well, knowing that he needs to fight. He's got a BKB. I think he has to throw it out here. Looking to bring down... Oh, that's a big crit. Bye-bye, FNG. And now they look on towards Nico, baby. He, of course, has his Aegis. Not the ideal target, but if they can kill him, they might as well. But now he gets off the Omni Slash, or a Quick Slash, sorry, as he jumps back behind them. Ilias in some trouble, but the crit saves him, but the Crypt Swarm kills him anyway. Now, can they hold this high ground? That is a question. 3 heroes alive on Virtus.Pro, 3 heroes alive on Alliance. They give the cheese over towards Nico, baby. Lincoln's as well, popped onto him as well, just to give him every single ounce of protection they possibly can. And it looks like they are going to be able to finish off this barracks, leaving Virtus.Pro with a base in tatters and mega creeps on the doorstep.
Oh, that is so rough for VP now. This is not what you want to be fighting up against. The Megas Alliance can just control this. They can wait as long as the next Aegis if they want to farm out the map, but they want to keep going while Snap is dead. They still have the Omni Slash. Buyback though on Snapfire. They could possibly take a 4v5 or 4v3 fight. Without God Strength, they're a bit hesitant.
I really don't think they are. They're trying to poke.
Are you sure? They're chilling.
They are chilling. Yeah. Oh, Lib's got another
They got the
exorcism. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, they're going for it, but yeah, Snapfire back in 15 seconds. They're poking, they're prodding, they're doing everything except committing. Both teams playing do-si-do. Tickle fight, pillow fight.
Supernova. 3 seconds.
Yeah,
and Phoenix is level 20, so you got that Sunray during the Supernova. That's the one that was doing so much damage to the Juggernaut, by the way, in the last fight. So that's something at least for VP right now. We hold off these Megas for now. Alliance, they're gonna want to secure this game. So I really do expect them to just wait for that Roshan to be back up. I know it's gonna be a long time, but when you're in a situation like this, you're not gonna want to rush things.
They've seen the double damage. I mean, Nico Babies, he's got to be tempted, but at the same time, yeah, no, they're playing against Megas. Yeah, just take it slow. Take it slow. The thing is, they can't really leave their base, but oh, big but. There's a Rapier. The first Rapier from Virtus.Pro.
Oh, that's gigantic. The reason why he's not been able to kill this Juggernaut up until now is because of that butterfly. He did not go for MKB, so now this Rapier, he drops it. He doesn't want to show it.
Yeah, but
yep, they can get a surprise kill onto Jug. Yeah, I know it's a rough situation for VP. They don't got any buildings, but do have the damage to be able to fight back into Alliance, and Alliance know that. That's why you see them just controlling up high grounds. They want VP to come out of the base first.
Yeah, and Granny wants a Rapier as well. They want to have the
that's
the double Rapiers.
Big too. Empire, 3x low shredder.
I mean, that's the thing.
It is painful.
If you don't go now, then you're going to be fighting into 2 Rapiers, which is actually sounding very difficult. See, Abyssal Blade comes down into the Juggernaut straight off the bat, but he does manage to get out the spin, but there's so much damage coming out from the spin. They just crit him down. Bye-bye, Nico, baby. Good night, baby. As the Supernova comes down, some of his kisses, tickling S4, doing a bit more than tickling S4, murdering S4 seems more active, but there we go. We have the disruption coming through, but Save just jumps on his face. Says what's up, but Lim is completely untouched on the side of this fight. The GA is going to come through as the Sven trying to look for a target, but he's broken up, taken down. Not much he can do here as he's being controlled up so well, bouncing around all over the place. He needs to find a target, but he's getting absolutely mauled by everything, and he will fall. Rapier on the deck, and they will be taken up by S4, who's now looking to slam it into the face of GPK, getting around the back, spear across to the side. GPK being thrown around all over the place. The banishment comes out from Handskin as well, and S4 will be waiting on the other side with a Rapier God's Rebuke to finish the job. Buyback from GPK, but the base is in tatters as Nico Baby takes down DM. DM buying back into this one. Nico Baby going for the tier 4s now. It's a 4 versus 4, but a carry is not there on the side of Virtus. Virtus.Pro when the support is not there from the side of Alliance. The scales are clearly balanced in Alliance's favor. GPK trying to do what she can, but unfortunately, there's just not enough available in the tank as she'll throw her body in to say, please stop attacking our Ancient. But Alliance, they don't care. They're going to keep on going for it, and they will take down the Ancient and knock Virtus.Pro out of the tournament. What a performance. What a turnaround for Alliance here as they find their feet at last.
What a crazy fight. Like, Juggernaut dies right away because of that rapier from the sun. He did not expect that one bit. I thought they were just going to play it safe, but you know, he went out, he died, he got surprised himself, but Virtus.Pro chased him out into the vision of Alliance, into that tombstone, which was probably a